regular live on YouTube. Live on Kick. What's up, Kick? This is actually, you're the first person I ever talked to on Kick. So when I blow up and make it big, you just remember you were the first one. Do you do song requests? Because I've been trying to get so many streamers to play a song. No, actually, I just got booted off of my TikTok live, and I don't know if it was because of music. So I actually don't play music. Once I figure out what the whole rules are for that, I will eventually. But at the moment, I really can't get. What happened? I got suspended. No, what's it called? Access was revoked. That's what it was, and I don't know why. Okay, NFL fantasy creator. Let's change the name of that. Football. That's better. Boom. I am sorry about that, though. I would like to play music. It's actually genuinely frustrating because I like music and I listen to music pretty much all day, every day. So for it to be quiet for 3 hours and to talk to people is very strange. But as of right now, I don't have a workaround. Why is that doing that? All right. We should have some people flowing in. Let's see if we got here. Expand that. Okay, that's not the internet that I was looking for. Oh, here we go. Cool. This will be where I keep chats, and then I'll move that over there. Excellent. All right, yeah, so this is my fantasy football PPR rankings. Connected to TikTok successfully, yes. Hey, it's flowing through. Let's go. Yo, thanks for the follow. Welcome. Nico Collins, tier 3. Yes, Nico Collins is tier 3, unfortunately. All right, well, who else we got? What do we got? I need the screen to be bigger so I can read these. All right, let me zoom in on this. All right, okay, what do we got here? Join Nico at tier 3. Yeah, my dog Nico is at tier 3. Tier 2, I think that top 3 is pretty solidified. I do have him fairly close, though. He has moved up. What do we got? Join. Welcome. Where's JSN? JSN is in tier 4. Oh, now we're rolling. I know that ain't Chase at 5. No, that's Higgins at 5. Chase is at number 1, numero uno. Do you think you... Hold on, let me expand this. This stuff's moving. I got a bunch of people joining. That's what I'm talking about, though. Good to have y'all. Do you think he's going to be better since they really have no solid wide receiver core? Who? Do I think who's going to be better because they have no wide receiver core? JSN over T? Yes, JSN over T. That's a volume situation, honestly. Is that Puka at tier 7? Puka at number 7. Yes, Puka at number 7. JJ is the same tier as Chase. Yo, come on. Well, here's the thing about that. Justin Jefferson, if we're just talking straight wide receivers, yeah, Justin Jefferson is the best wide receiver in the league, but this is for fantasy football, so I like the situation for Chase a little better. Also, move London to 2. Not a chance I'd move London to 2. Who should I take at 8? Oh, actually, that's a great question. Let me pull up some internet stuff. Actually, hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can grab that. Boom. Got some core questions. Tap that screen. Yo, tap that screen. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's Joe. Moving Drake London is wild. Moving him up, moving him down. I need more context. All right. I just drafted today, and my wide receivers are Lamb, Marv, Tet, Hunter. Thoughts on Marv? Yeah, I'm not worried about Marv. I actually think Marv is going to be fine. Where's Rome? Rome is. Ooh, that's a good question. Where the heck is Rome? Rome, tier 9. I actually think that's a good receiving core that you have there. I would not be concerned with that at all. I don't know where that's coming up. Nope. Get over here. I wouldn't be concerned about that at all. I like your receiving core. I think it's good. Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. More than I was expecting. Give me 1 second. Let me catch up. Vikings disrespect. I don't think that's Vikings disrespect. I mean, you got a rookie quarterback. Relax. Also, I don't know why people think I hate Justin Jefferson. I don't dislike Justin Jefferson. Matthew Golden is in tier 9. Drake has no QB play. I don't really know what's going on with this QB play, to be honest with you. I think that where's my boy? I think that Michael Penix is really up in the air on whether or not he's good, to be frank. So I think we kind of got to wait and see on that one. Can likely get a higher tier. Likely's not on here because I'm not using tight ends at the moment, but likely could go up if he was healthy, but he's not. JSN better than Hill and also is in a better situation. I don't know if either one of those things are true. JSN is going to be the number 1 on his team, which, just to be abundantly clear, if anybody ever thinks I hate on JSN, I have him in my dynasty team, and I want him to succeed so bad. I traded, this was 2 years ago, but I traded his rookie year. I traded a first, Chris Godwin, and a third to get JSN. So I want him to succeed. So everybody out there acting like I don't like him, you're wild. I do like him a lot. Oh, snap. I thought I was at the bottom. Y'all have been asking me questions, and I was just answering and rambling. I have Jettas, Marv, Tay, Adams, and Sutton. Valid? Very valid. I like it. That's actually a really good, that's a lot of good receivers. What is your thoughts on McCourty? My thoughts on McCourty, I actually have McCourty in here somewhere. Where do I have him? Hold on 1 second. I thought I had him. Oh, that's running backs, but I do need to add him in there. But I don't have wide receivers. Actually, I'll do that in a minute. Need a super sleeper bench pick. Pat Bryant. I'm a big Pat Bryant guy. I like him a lot. Am I biased because I have him in Dynasty? Yes. Do I care? No. Pat Bryant, I think, is going to be really good, and I'm really excited about it. What do you think about Matthew Golden? I think that there are so many mouths to feed that I'm very concerned. But right now, they're banged up, aren't they? Reed's banged up. They said they're not shopping Romeo Doubs, but Christian Watson's banged up. Tyreek Hill definitely is not tier 4. Some of y'all might be new to this channel. So if you think that somebody should go up or go down, I need you to tell me what tier you think they should go to. If I'm going to be putting my rankings out here, I want y'all to say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Where do you think he's going to go? Tyreek Hill is in tier 4. Where do you think he should be? Let me know down in the comments. I won't be offended, by the way. I genuinely don't care. Yo, thanks for the follow. Can Dig Happer. Oh, man, that is. I need to zoom in on that. I cannot see. Oh, no, that means I can't see the rest of the comments. Yo, thanks for the follow, Carlos. Thanks for the follow. Thank you for the follow, Sequel and Rick. I'm going to need to have this other page up because, oh, my goodness, reading those is not easy to see. All right, Pickens is tier 6 at least. Pickens. I can see why you would say that. I think that he has a valid argument for him to go there. It's got a bunch of wide receiver twos, except for it's actually really only have two wide receiver twos. It has Devonta Smith, which I think Devonta Smith is a better wide receiver than him, and Jameson Williams, who I think is also probably more explosive, but I don't know if Pickens is a better wide receiver than him. I could see that argument. I don't think that he's going to get enough work to go up there. Yo, thanks for the follow, Jason Spears. Thanks for the follow, Nico Takes. Hey, Nico Takes. That's a playoff of the other Nico Takes. Thanks for the follow, D Page. All right. Can we see running backs? Yeah, I got you. Running backs. Also, actually, before I get into that too much, there is a running back that I have to add in here that I didn't have. Running back, McCourty. Boom. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. Now I got to figure out where he goes. 1 second. Thanks for the follow, Evan. Here, you can look at this while I figure out where he goes. Thanks for the follow, Diego. Thanks for the follow. Just followed. Oh, 619, Luke. Let's go. Why is Pickens so low? Thanks for the follow, period. Thanks for the follow, Arget. Hey, homie. I checked your video. Seems like you are now in Kick. Not yet affiliated and verified. I got a proposal for you to share your stream to Kick community for you to gain 1,000 active. Less than 1,000. Okay. Yeah, I just joined Kick. This is my first time going on Kick. It's actually kind of cool though. Why is Addison so low? He's gonna miss 3 games. I'm taking that into account in this stats. Yo, thanks for the follow. Actually, I need to have that up. Oh, give me 2 seconds. I got to figure out where, because y'all are going to want to know where this guy is, and I don't remember. Jared, he's the top of tier 9. Boom. Okay, now I can set this up. Sorry about that. Boom. There we go. Okay, I reloaded. All right. I can't. Okay. Whatever. All right. Why isn't Hubbard higher? I don't think he's better than the guys ahead of him, like as a running back in general. Plus, I do think he's going to lose. I think he's going to lose a little bit of work to. Oop, that is not what I meant to do. Running backs. Chuba Hubbard. I do think he's going to lose a little bit of work to. Oh, thanks for the gifts. Let's get it. Let's go. Oh, thanks for the gifts. Money. How do you think Genty will do with receiving? I think he's gonna be great. Yo, thanks for the coins. I think he's gonna be great. I think he didn't receive as much in college. Ashton Genty we're talking about. I don't think he received as much in college because they were trying to get him the rushing record. Like, I think that makes sense why they would have done that. Actually, oh no, I actually need this on full screen. I need another screen. I have 3 screens. I need another screen. Okay. Would you trade JSN for Hampton? AARM. I'm pretty sure you're the person I talk to on a fairly regular basis. On the surface, yeah, I think you could trade him. But, like, I need to know what you have. Because somebody asked me, oh, should I trade JSN for Amarian Hampton? And I was like, what are your running backs like? He had 3 running backs. If one of your running backs goes down, and if you trade Hampton away and one of your running backs goes down, you have 1 active running back. Like, you got to take that kind of stuff into account too, guys. Traded Judy and Swift for Chase Brown. Did I win? Yes, you did. I would make that trade 10 times out of 10. Get them off my team and get me some Chase Brown in my life. Should I take Chase Brown at 209? Oh, that's what I wanted to look up. I wanted to look up some ADPs. Actually, I got an ADP comparison tool right here. I don't even really need to do that. ADP comparison. I'm going to be looking at Sleeper because that's how I roll. Actually, I kind of want to look at the other one anyways. I kind of like how that looks. I'm looking it up. Give me a second. Traded Puka and Achane for Lamb and Hampton. I would make that trade 10 times out of 10. That's absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. You dominated that trade. How do you think Caleb Johnson will do? That's a really good question. So I think that Caleb Johnson is going to be a tale of two halves. I think in the first half. Oh, I disconnected for some reason. Connect, please. I think in the first half. Thanks for the follow, PC. I think in the first half it's going to be mostly Jaylen Warren because Jaylen Warren is going to get. What's going on with that? Hold on. I think Jaylen Warren's gonna get the work at the beginning of the season, but I think that it's gonna change over time. Why am I not seeing all of your feed? Josh Jacobs over Genty. I'm not seeing any of those comments. Josh Jacobs over Genty. You've commented that a million times, though. Josh Jacobs above Genty. No, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that. Thanks for the follow, Godly. I also don't think that that's even... Honestly, I don't even think that's something I would even entertain, to be frank. I like Josh Jacobs, but I think Ashton Genty's upside is just higher. Where should I go after Bijan? 10-man and 12-man. You could go CeeDee Lamb. Thanks for the follow, Jalen. Lad, Bucky, or Lad. I mean, it seems like Bucky over Lad McConkey. I think Lad McConkey is probably going to be a bust, to be honest with you. Okay. Don't gotta agree. I'd just rather have JT than Genty. That's fair. On my team, honestly, with ADP not overall. Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. I just don't agree. I think that the upside is just much higher. Why is I'm getting so many more comments on my TikTok than I am on this multi thing over here, and that's so weird. JSN or Marv. Let's go back to the thing. Let's go with JSN over Marv. Why is Nick so low? I don't know who Nick is. I can't think of who Nick is. Actually, can I pop this out? Oh, no. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh, well, I don't have any comments from there anyways. I don't want that. I want... All right. Oh, that's what you were saying. You were saying Lad, Bucky, or Chase Brown. Chase Brown, Bucky, Lad. I think Lad is very overrated. Tracy or Shakir. Tracy. Laporta and Tet for McBride and Ridley. Yeah. Thanks for the follow, Josh. I like McBride over Laporta, and I like Tet over Ridley, but it's close enough. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, Tet over Ridley. Yeah, no, I think that's a fair trade. You upgrade substantially at tight end. Yo, thanks for the follow. I want to, if you can't see the live chat, pop this window. Whoa, hold on. I don't know what happened. I can't see my chat anymore. Where did my chat go? Chat. Oh, there you are. Oh, that's way better. Yeah, that's way better. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Okay, still figure this whole thing out, guys. Still figuring this whole thing out. I'm here for it, though. Boom, boom. So now I get this screen back. Thank God. I was getting really frustrated. I have AJ Brown, Jamar, and Hunter. Is that good? Wow, yeah, that's great. That's fantastic. What are your thoughts on Tyreek this year? I think that Tyreek Hill is being slept on because of the organization, slept on because of the team, slept on for a multitude of reasons. Thanks for the follow. I figured follows would come up here. They did not. Oh, here it is. Just Gabby? Thanks for the follow. Genty or Amon Ra? Amon Ra. I just think Amon Ra's better. I got the 104 guaranteed Saquon, Bijan, because guaranteed Saquon or Bijan because 103 is taking Gibbs. But do I consider taking CD? I think you can consider it, especially in like a full PPR league. I think the CD is probably going to score a little bit more points, but running backs are more valuable. So Bijan, if you want to go running back. Yo, Bucks Production, how's it going? I'm doing well. How are you? Yo, thanks for the follow. Do you think Hampton is going to be good? I think Hampton's going to be really good. I have Hampton in my tier 4. He's like a top 15 running back for me. Yo, I'm happy to be back. I don't know what happened, but TikTok, what did it do? It revoked my privileges, my live privileges, which sucked. But I'm back now. Do you think I should trade Brock Purdy and Stephon Diggs for Baker and Josh Downs? Yeah. I think that you're upgrading at quarterback and then your wide receiver is a slight downgrade, depending on who you talk to. Are you nervous about Achane? Absolutely. I'm very nervous about Achane. I'm nervous about the injuries. I'm nervous about. I don't like when explosive running backs hurt their calves. I believe it's a calf, right? Is it the calf? I just remember the way the doctor was explaining it to me. It's going to affect his explosiveness, and I definitely do not like that. What else we got here? Rashee Rice for Higgins? Yes, I would trade that because I don't know how long Rashee Rice is going to be suspended. Rashee Rice can end up getting suspended for, I don't know, 4, 6, 8 weeks. Trade away JT and Pickens for Chuba and Ladd? Absolutely not. That's a downgrade. That's a downgrade at running back and not enough of an upgrade at wide receiver. So Ladd, and then yeah, you're upgrading at wide receiver for sure, but I wouldn't do that personally. I like JT more. Had the 106, went CMC over CD. I don't blame you at all. CMC was my #1 running back. Like, I changed it 2 days ago, right before my video dropped. You think Mason becomes running back 1 in Vikings? No, I don't think that he's like the overtaking as the one. Hold on, I'm just looking for my button, trying to give y'all some cool animations and whatnot. I can't find him. Yeah, no, I don't think that he takes over, but I do think that they're splitting it about 50-50. Guy trying to give Bo Nix and I'm assuming that's Puka for A.J. Brown and Hurts. I'm not trading A.J. Brown and Hurts for Nix and Puka. I'm not doing that. Plus, you're trading away a stack. Absolutely not. Do you like Ridley? I love Ridley. I'm a big... I know you can't tell from what you see right here, but I think that Calvin Ridley's going to be good. I think that he is being underrated at the moment, and Calvin Ridley should have a good season. I think that he upgraded at quarterback, and he's got to capitalize on a quarterback that likes to throw touchdowns. Who do you take at 7? Oh, that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to pick look at the ADP. 1 second. Where am I pricing Debo? Debo Samuel's tier 9 down here. Okay, what am I taking at the 107? Assuming you don't want to go CMC, you can go CeeDee Lamb, Amon Ra. If you want to go running back, Gibbs might still be there. Where's Tyler Lockett? Tyler Lockett did not make my top 60. Where is Rice? Why is Rice so low? I think he's definitely getting suspended 4 games. I think he could get suspended 6, 8, possibly 10. I think 10's probably risque, which is why they're going to some sort of court. What? You put DK before Lockett? Yes, me and every other person that ranks anything ever. What are you talking about? Where's Bijan? Bijan is my number 1 now. I know that all y'all are super happy. I was actually genuinely upset when I had to take CMC from the number 1 spot. I was genuinely frustrated. I think that Christian McCaffrey will score the most points if he is on the field. If every running back plays 17 games, Christian McCaffrey will score the most points. Period. Because he just got it like that. Should I pay JSN with another? Well, hold on. Should I pay JSN with another to pick CD or another big name? I've got St. Brown as well. I think you're saying should you pair him with someone? Yeah, I think you could do that. I really like CD this year, so I think you could be getting one of the top receivers. Hey, All Access Sports, what up, bro? I ain't never seen a ghost stream. Yo, I appreciate you. Hey, everybody, check out All Access Sports. That guy is good. I also follow him and I watch his stuff. He's good. Shout out to him. I have Brown. Oh, here we go. Thank you. AARM. I got you. I appreciate it. I have Brown, Wilson, JSN, Waddle, and Coleman at wide receiver, but why do I hate them? I don't know why you hate them. I really don't. I don't have any beef with them. I think A.J. Brown is solid. I wish he wasn't injured. The thing is, Garrett Wilson, I don't love Garrett Wilson, but I do love the amount of targets that he's going to get. Garrett Wilson is going to get a bunch of targets. And Waddle, I think, is getting slept on, which, to be fair, I'm sleeping on him a bit as well. But I think that he's getting slept on. What is going on with my connection? Can y'all still see me? Because it's saying that I don't. Yeah, the comments are flowing in, so I don't know why it's telling me I'm disconnected. What about Tony Pollard? What about him? Wilson is my wide receiver 3. Yeah, that's the thing. You're getting Garrett Wilson as your wide receiver 3. He's gonna get like 160 targets. What he's gonna do with those targets, I do not know, because he always gets those targets. Can't wait for Mike to make history this season. Oh my God, yeah. Me neither, bro. I'm so excited. Mike Evans, my boy. My Tampa Bay Buccaneer, Mike Evans. I cannot wait to watch him break the record because you know he's going to do it. Just stay healthy. Barkley or JJ? Give me Barkley. Saquon Barkley over JJ. I don't like JJ coming off of an injury, and Saquon Barkley, I just like running backs. My GOAT! I have the 107 and 108. Who do I take? See, this is why I got the draft board right up here. If CD's there, you could take him. CMC, Gibbs. I mean, here's the thing. Let me just give you 8 players. Whichever players are left, pick from them. Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson, Saquon Barkley, Justin Jefferson, Jahmyr Gibbs, CeeDee Lamb, CMC, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Pick whoever is left out of those guys. Barkley or Bijan, I'm assuming you mean. Give me Bijan over Barkley, honestly, just because of youth and the fact that Saquon Barkley was running to the ground last year. First 2 picks from 105 in an 8-man. Give me the best running back. So you can probably get Saquon Barkley there. Come back and get CMC, go high T. I'm just kidding. You can get a receiver, Nico Collins or Drake London. What's your thoughts on Ricky Pearsall? Honestly, I've been moving up a lot on Ricky Pearsall. I'm genuinely surprised that I feel this way. I think that where's he at? I think that Ricky Pearsall has a shot to be the number one for most of the year. And this is not something I felt until very recently. Jauan Jennings is holding out. Either he's holding out for his... Oh, actually, here we go. Not Deebo Samuel. Goodness gracious. Brandon Ayuk's out. Okay, this is actually driving me nuts. Give me 1 second. I can't talk like this because I'm just all over the place. Okay, now we go. All right, so the question is, what do I think about Ricky Pearsall? I like Ricky Pearsall this year, and I was not expecting to like him as much as I do like him. He was lower in my rankings, but things just keep falling into place for him. Jauan Jennings is out, whether it's an injury for real or it's an injury and it's an injury that he's just holding out so that he can get paid. Either way, he's not on the field. Yo, thanks for the follow. Either way, he's not on the field. So Ricky Pearsall was drafted to be the guy, and they're going to give him the role of being the guy. I think that's cool. I think that he's going to be good. Where do I have him? I have Ricky Pearsall in tier 8. Yo, thanks for the follow, Muhammad. Thoughts on Breece? That's a great question. Give me 1 second. Let me go to that. I think Breece Hall is being overdrafted. He's going in like the 3rd round, and I would prefer not to have a running back that I think is going to be in a timeshare. Now, he knows that he's fighting for his job. He is well aware that he probably won't be there next year, so he's auditioning. What makes me a little nervous is Braylon Allen is more involved than I thought he would be. And if you're going to be splitting work with him and sprinkling in a little bit of Isaiah Davis, plus you have Justin Fields, and people like to tell me, oh yeah, he drops down a lot. He drops down the ball. That's not the only reason I don't like that Fields is there. I don't like that Fields is there because I don't think that Justin Fields is very good at football. I think that he's very good for fantasy football, but for NFL football, I'm concerned he won't move the ball down the field. And if they're not in the red zone, that means Breece Hall can't score. Now, he is explosive, so there's chances that he has breakaway runs, but I don't want to count on that. So I'm nervous about him. I don't know if I'm going to be having him on almost any of my teams. And to be frank, I'm only in 2 redrafts this year. I dropped 1, and I'm in 3 Dynasty, 2 redrafts. I've actually been really, really into Dynasty recently. Big fan of Dynasty. Any Dynasty fans in here? Let me know down in the chat. I'm very curious if we got some Dynasty people in there. How do you feel about... Ooh, Abuka! Oh, yeah. Thank you for asking me that. Because I want to pop off about my dog, Abuka. All right. Emeka Egbuka is probably my favorite sleeper of the draft. Emeka Egbuka is probably my favorite sleeper of this draft. He's going in like the 9th round. Guys, you draft a wide receiver in the 1st round. Chris Godwin, my dog, Chris Godwin, probably going to start the year not playing football for 2, 3, 4 weeks. But regardless, when he comes back, they're going to ramp him up slowly. I doubt he's going to get in there. Yo, thanks for the follow, Reality Check. I doubt they're going to get him in there and just throw him to the wolves. So Abuka is going to get that chemistry. Thanks for the follow, JD. So Abuka's gonna get that chemistry with Baker Mayfield. And if he gets that chemistry with Baker Mayfield, it's going to be tough to get him. It's going to be tough to get that. Oh my gosh. Thanks for the follow, guys. I'm going on a nice little rant here. Appreciate you, though. What was I saying? Oh, Ibuka. I love it. Because I think he's going to be the. Thanks for the follow, Josh. I think he's going to be. Dang. All right now. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna press a couple buttons until y'all get that out of your system. Oh yeah, get on here. Yeah, no, keep it coming. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Yes, yes. Welcome to Bay Nation. But long story short, I think that Ibuka is gonna be great because where's my dog? With Jalen McMillan out, I think that. My goodness, that's so loud. With Jalen McMillan out, I definitely think that that's going to help, which unfortunately, speedy recovery, obviously. I think that that's really going to get Ibuka in the mix of things, and he's going to be really pivotal because Mike Evans is not a possession receiver. He only gets like 70, 80 receptions a year. They're going to need Ibuka to be involved often. My goodness. What do we got here? Bucky next season over Jonathan Taylor if he gets more carries. I don't agree. I hope you're right. I have both of them in Dynasty, so I'm not no shade. But I don't think so. McMillan or Ridley? Give me McMillan, but I do really like Ridley. Kyren or Evans? Oh. Probably Kyren. I'm just thinking about how I draft, and I'd probably end up drafting him. Oh, wow, we got a lot of people watching. Let's go. Let's get it. 95. That's what I'm talking about. 50% why I say that is Glaze. Hey, I get that. Hey, Bucks production. You know what? At least you can admit that it's Glaze. Like, it's okay to be glazing on your own team. Thoughts on Golden? Yeah, so let me pop off on that one for a second. Green Bay. All right. Why I'm not big on Matthew Golden is mainly not even Golden's fault. There's just so many receivers there. Jayden Reed, he wants to be the number one. He had a little fit when he got drafted, and he definitely wants to come in and be the one. You got Romeo Doubs that's going to get work. Christian Watson is eventually going to get back from his injury. I feel like I'm missing someone. Oh, yeah. Savion Williams got drafted in the 3rd round. And isn't there another receiver? Wicks. He's also going to get involved. And then they got a tight end that you like, right? Oh, yeah. There's Kraft. And, you can't always throw the ball. You got to run it with Josh Jacobs sometimes. So the problem with Matthew Golden isn't anything to do with Golden, to be honest with you. The problem with Matthew Golden is they have so many people. Thanks for the follow, Bones. They have so many people. You're not going to get consistent work from him. And I think that's why I have him so low, because I feel like it's going to look more like this. Thanks for the follow, Arizona Edits. But it's just disappointing. JMO tier 3 above Addison. I don't even know why that's funny. He had like 12 laughs. I don't even know why. Do y'all not know Addison is missing like 3 games? Like what are we even talking about here? Thoughts on Calvin Ridley? I really like Calvin Ridley this year. I think Calvin Ridley is going to be the go-to guy in an offense that's going to have to throw the ball a lot. Thanks for the follow, Carter. Okay, what do we got here? Garrett Wilson is at tier 4 at least. Thank you for saying it with your chest, by the way. Whoever that was, I appreciate you saying it with your chest. Do you remember Trey Palmer? I do remember him. He's just not enough to be statted out like this. Oh, shoot. I forgot who you were talking about. Somebody deserves to be Garrett Wilson deserves to be tier 4. Tell that to Garrett Wilson, because I need him to score more with the opportunities he has. How do you feel about Jaden Blue? I feel like it's that backfield is a complete dart throw in any direction, honestly. I'm not overly confident in any of the running backs in the Dallas backfield. It's actually disappointing and concerning. Ibuka gonna eat this year, especially the first few games. I completely agree with you. That's why. Well, I drafted him in 2 of my dynasty leagues. The fact that my dog Emeka Ibuka dropped to me at 9 in 2 dynasty leagues is crazy. One of the leagues had a Bucks fan drafting twice ahead of me. I could not believe it. I was going crazy when he fell. Oh man, I'll show you all my dynasty team sometimes. It's fire. Not gonna lie. Nico or Amon Ra or Neighbors, can't decide. Amon Ra, Nico, Neighbors. Honestly, they're all, 2 of them are banged up. Ibuka or Golden? Ibuka, and it's not even particularly close for me. Ibuka, and it's not close. K9 or Judkins? Give me. I normally don't pick him, but give me K9. I have no idea what's happening with Judkins. I literally have no idea. Thoughts on Ollie? I think that he's going to be a solid backup because I'm also very concerned about Devon Achane. What else we got here? When y'all get a chance, throw some likes in the feed. Trying to get my likes up, get some more people in here. I just got Puka at 16 in a $100 league. Puka at 16 is actually low-key kind of wild, to be honest with you. Thanks for the follow, Freddie. Thoughts on Rome? I think Rome is a talented receiver, but the problem with Rome is the same problem that I have with Matthew Golden. Let's go through the roster. Okay, so he's definitely not the number 1. He's the number 2 behind DJ Moore. So Roma Doomsday is number 2 behind DJ Moore. Okay, so who else we got? Luther Burton, who they just drafted, and you're going to also have to compete with Colston Loveland, who's drafted in the top 10. It's like, what are we doing here? Plus, Swift seems like he's going to be more and more involved. Plus, you have to rely on Caleb Williams, what I don't really love to do. I think that he has talent, but I got to see him put it together. Thoughts on Travis Hunter? That's a good question. I'm actually coming around on Travis Hunter. I've been coming around. He's been moving up my rankings every time I do rankings and I look through it. Matthew Berry said something that really changed a little bit of how I think about Travis Hunter. People forget that these are real people. And not like, oh, athletes aren't real people, whatever. The GM and the coach, these are real human beings that traded away a bunch of capital as their very first move in leadership. They are going to do everything in their power to make that work because they made a big swing. And if Travis Hunter doesn't work, they are going to look bad. And what you don't want to do is look bad with your first major decision. So I think they give him every opportunity to play offense and defense. Now, I think that they're going to need him more on the offensive side. So he's going to be... What happened? I shoot a coast. Nah, I'm good. I don't actually know who that is. Sorry, I don't. I've never done that, and it makes me nervous. But thank you for commenting. Yeah, so that's that. Somebody was asking me to join something. I don't know who they are, and I'm a big scaredy cat. I haven't gone the thing yet. I'm still getting used to my setup. I'm multi-streaming and whatever. Pickens should be tier 6. Pickens should be... First off, thank you for saying it with your chest. I appreciate that. Pickens should be tier 6. I think I can hear that argument. I'd have to put him above some people that I think are better than him. Rice or Hill? I'm assuming you mean Rashee Rice or Tyreek Hill. Give me Tyreek Hill. Rashee Rice makes me nervous. I don't like going into a season with suspensions unknown. I want to know what I'm getting myself into. Like, There's a world where he doesn't get. Hold on one second. There's a world where Rashee Rice doesn't get suspended at all. There's also a world where Rashee Rice misses 10 games. That's a huge swing. So, like, you're drafting unknown, and that's what I do not like. You could get burned, or it could pay off and you win. I mean, there's a world where they push it to the next year. We do not know what's going to happen. So give me the guaranteed points over the hypothetical maybe points. And obviously, this is just for redraft. I have him in Dynasty, and I'm kind of whatever about it. Whatever happens, my team's going to be fine. I'm loaded. I'll just move in Ibuka. Do you remember Trey Palmer? I do remember Trey Palmer. Thoughts on Darren Waller? I'm not drafting him anywhere. Hampton or Henderson, Dynasty? I would like to say I love both of them in Dynasty. But for me, I'd go Hampton. Thanks for the follow, Jack, because I think that Hampton is going to be. Hold on, this is a good clip. Omarion Hampton or Travion Henderson in Dynasty. Give me Omarion Hampton. I think that he has the body type that is more likely to have a 3-down roll. Thanks for the follow, Karen. More likely to have the 3-down roll. And he's also in an offense that I'm pretty confident in, whereas the Patriots are finding their way. Thanks for the follow, Graham. Thanks for the follow, Smiggy. Whereas the Patriots are finding their way, I'm very confident in the Chargers and what they're going to do. I like Greg Roman in his offense. Thanks for the follow, TJ. Thanks for the follow, Ben. I like the offense. I like the quarterback. I'm more confident in. Oh, thanks for the cash. Money. Thanks for the follow, Ice. I'm more confident in. Thanks for the follow, Alex. I'm more confident in the Chargers than I am in the Patriots. Thanks for the follow, Trevor. Thanks for the follow, Ryan. Thanks for the follow, Eldon. Yo, thanks for the follow. Hey, I see you texting. What's up, man? Let the man talk. I'm really torn, bro. Thanks for the follow, Lucas. TJ, I'm really torn. I really am. Because on one hand, I'm trying to give y'all cogent analysis. But on the other hand, it's like, thanks for the follow, Kaden. On the other hand, I'm getting crazy fans. This is awesome. This is really cool. Also, getting to talk to y'all is so much fun. It sucked being off. Like, I don't know if y'all saw my TikTok about it, but my TikTok live got, privileges got revoked, and I was very disappointed. But I'm back now, so I'm here to answer some questions. All right. I've been yapping for a minute. Let me get back to this. Court too low. Cortland Sutton too low. I disagree. I mean, thanks for the follow, Texan. I disagree with that, mainly because I do like Bo Nix, but I also like some other people on that team. Cortland Sutton isn't going to be by himself anymore. I do believe in Pat Bryant. I think that he's going to be good. But I also know that they're trying to get Marvin Mims more involved. Oh, I guess his button doesn't work. They're trying to get Marvin Mims more involved. You have running backs now in R.J. Harvey. So some of those close touchdowns are going to go to the running backs. They got Evan Ingram, whose button is not working for some reason. Evan Ingram, which I think that Evan Ingram is going to still be utilized. They're talking about using him as the Joker. Thanks for the follow, Antonio. I'm not quite sure why that button isn't working, though. Interesting. I'll look into that later. Next question. Malik is tier 2. Malik moving down my tier 3 with this injury. I am concerned. Are you not concerned about all these injuries? Toe, shoulder. We're getting close to the season, man. Can you get on the field, my boy? Thoughts on Drake May? I like Drake May. I think that he's a good sleeper. He's going to run it a lot. Didn't Zach Taylor say he was gonna make Chase Brown a household name by the end of the season? He did say that. He was doing a lot of talking. You know what I really like? I would really like it if the Cincinnati Bengals could win a game in September. Talking about making Chase Brown a household name. How about you make the Bengals a household name? How about you go to the playoffs? When is the last time the Cincinnati Bengals have been relevant in actual football and not dominating for fantasy football and throwing up crazy stats for Joe Burrow? Like, I like the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm not a fan of them, but I like their play. I love watching Joe Burrow. Ja'Marr Chase, best wide receiver in football. I literally had a pick of almost every pick in the draft, and I picked number 1 just so that I could get Ja'Marr Chase, because he's that dude. Thanks for the coins. But they can't win in September. And if you can't win in September, but you win later, you're going to miss the playoffs by this much. So I need you to win games at the beginning, middle, and end of the year, because you're in one of the toughest divisions in the league. Tighten up. Also, to be fair to them, Joe Burrow's been injured coming in. Ja'Marr Chase came into the year fighting for his contract. T. Higgins is fighting for contracts. So it's not just... It's not just it's not just the coach. It's a combination of a bunch of things. Mostly their defense. Their offense is incredible. Thanks for the coins or the flowers. I don't know if I call them flowers or coins. I'm still new to this. Hello, 2021 Super Bowl. Yeah, 2021, bro. Hello, 2020 Bucks Super Bowl. You don't see me up here talking about 2020. 2021 Super Bowl, very good. I think that's amazing. That's awesome. But it's been like 2 years. What's it been? What's it been, guys? 2 or 3 years since they've been in the playoffs. 2 years? Definitely didn't make it last year. And then Joe Burrow, I think, got hurt the year before that. But it's kind of the same team, no? No. Because I feel like their defense was better that year they went to the Super Bowl. Bijan running back 1, yes, and it hurts me, to be honest with you. Bijan Robinson is my number 1 running back. I am actively upset because I had to move CMC down. I got nervous about first I got nervous about all the running backs going down, and I was like, he's gonna get so much work, but can he handle all that work? Thoughts on Bucky Irving? I really like Bucky Irving. I think that Bucky is going to be good. I just need him to stay healthy. Garrett Wilson over JSN, no thank you. Garrett Wilson gets 150 plus targets every year and does jack squat with it. He's going to score. Garrett Wilson has gotten 1,100 yards twice. It was 1,104, 1,105, or 1,103, something like that. Thanks for the follow, Wiley. And he does jack squat with it. Garrett Wilson is going to be a bust this year. He's a bust. You draft him in the 3rd round. Like, get out of here. He's going to get like 6, 7 touchdowns. He had 7 touchdowns last year. That was a career high. Joe Mixon thoughts. Honestly, I ain't going to lie to you. I'm nervous about Joe Mixon. I'm very nervous about Joe Mixon. I do not know what is happening. He hasn't practiced or played in forever. 6'7"? Yes, Ryan. 6'7". I don't really know exactly what that means, but I know kids really like it. Rashee Rice or Mike Evans? Mike Evans clears pretty easily, honestly. Mike Evans or JSN, pick 4. Who are your other players? I would go Mike Evans without knowing any other information, but if the rest of your team is old, I'm probably not going to add another old guy, add some youth in there. I got him pretty close to my rankings. Tyreek or JSN? Give me Tyreek. I still think Tyreek has number 1 wide receiver upside. I don't understand what has changed enough to where he couldn't pop off. Should I have traded Ja'Marr Chase first, Justin Jefferson, and Nico? Hold on. Should I have traded... Thanks for the follow, Kevin. Should I have traded Ja'Marr Chase first, Justin Jefferson and Nico. I want Justin Jefferson and Nico if that is the option. Thanks for the follow, Jaden. I don't understand how that's even possible, though, unless you're talking about Dynasty. And if you're talking about Dynasty, that's crazy work. I would trade that immediately. Meant for LMAO. I meant 4. Oh, 4. You meant 4. Jamar Chase 4, Justin Jefferson and Nico. Yeah, give me Justin Jefferson and Nico. I like Jamar Chase, but he ain't lapping the field with both of them. On other wide, my other wide would be Jamar Chase with Mike Evans or JSN. Oh, yeah, you can go Mike Evans. That's touchdown upside right there. With Jamar Chase, you already have a receiver that's going to get a bunch of targets. Mike Evans is going to get you 1,000 yards and a touchdown, which is definitely going to be solid. Bet. How do you feel about Penix? I honestly have almost no feelings about Penix. I didn't mean to press that. I am very indifferent. And it's not just because I'm a Bucs fan, honestly. I just don't think that Michael Penix is overly impressive. I think he's fine. I think I need to see more of him before I care, to be honest with you. Thanks for the follow. I missed the name, sorry. Hashi SK. I don't know what that means. Thanks for the follow, Joey. My dog, Joey. Where we at? Yo, thanks for the follow. Tired of streaming this. I'm getting blasted. Valid list. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thoughts on Achane? I am nervous about Devon Achane. You might have missed my rant before, but I am nervous about him. I feel as though he is banged up and the way he plays is really explosive. And if he can't be explosive, I'm concerned that he's not going to be good. Or he's going to miss time. I'm still not convinced he starts week 1, to be honest with you. Do I go Chase or Bijan 101 in the 14? Honestly, I'm going Jamar Chase at the one-on-one in every PPR league, regardless of how many people there are. I think that on the way back, you'll get a good running back, even if it is a 16-team league. I mean, if you ended up coming back and getting, hold on, let me grab some ADPs. Yeah, so if you drafted Jamar Chase first and then came back and had to get Chase Brown, Kyren Williams, Omarion Hampton, I think that you'd be fine. I'm not concerned about that. You know what? Let me pull up some of my stats over here so I can see. Rate my 10-team PPR. All right, Jamar. Thank you for the follow, Brendan. Hold on. I lost you. Give me a second. I'm trying to find it. Oh, I like rating teams. Sorry. Oh, there you are. Rate my team. Lamar Jackson, Gibbs, Omarion Hampton, Neighbors. What kind of team is this? It's incredible. How did you get these players? Who let you draft like this? I like that. I like it. Picasso, you're going to win your league. Congratulations. No. Why Ridley so low? Honestly, I've been moving him up. Every week, I feel like I move that kid up. Neighbors or Collins, did not mean to press that button. Neighbors or Collins, I got the 7th pick. Give me Collins. I'm concerned about Neighbors' injury, to be honest with you. Oh, my girl texted me. Thanks. She said, good luck on my live. Let's get it. It's going well. Thanks, exclamation point. All right, what else? Oh, we got 100 people up in here. Let's get it, baby. Wait, what happened to Neighbors? What hasn't happened to Neighbors? He's dealing with a chronic toe issue, and his shoulder was hurt. I think he fell on it in practice, and he's been banged up. He makes me not like nervous. I'd like him to be on the field. All right, draft Jaden Daniels and Terry, or Amarian Hampton and give me Amarian Hampton and Jalen Hurts. I actually like Amarian better than I like Terry, and I like Jalen Hurts better than I like Jaden Daniels. Do y'all want to see quarterbacks real quick? It hasn't changed too much. Maybe a little bit since some people got some solidified jobs. Lad tier 4 at minimum, but really tier 3. I think Lad is overrated and is going to be a bust this year, honestly. I'll be making a video about that soon. Stay tuned. Why Olave in tier 8 or 7? I think his quarterback play is terrible and he can't stay on the field, but honestly, I'm just disappointed in him. You have Fields over May. I do. I think Fields has the upside of running for 1,000 yards. Drake May at best is going to run for 600, which is still really good. It's just not the same. Just traded Achane, JSN, and Judy for Taylor, Pickens, and Evans. Give me Taylor over Achane, JSN over Pickens, but Mike Evans over Judy. Mike Evans over Judy. Actually, I think you win all around there because JT over Achane, Evans over JSN, and Pickens over Judy. Joe Flacco. What about Joe Flacco? Oh, wait. Is he not on here? Oh, hold on. I actually did have him. I had to add him because he wasn't on here before. Let me see where I have him. I'm pretty sure that's the exact spot I have him. Yep, 32. Right behind Dangerous. Thoughts on Connor? I really like James Conner. I think James Conner is a value. I can drop a couple videos about him later. Gibbs or Saquon? Give me Saquon. I think Saquon's a better running back than Jahmyr Gibbs, especially with David Montgomery there. CMC or Ginty available at the second pick and a keeper. Who should I take? The keeper thing makes that interesting. Normally, I don't like to calculate how keepers will affect it, but Ginty is a rookie, and CMC is an injury. I don't call him injury prone, but he's a running back that is older that is getting injured. I'm going with Ashton Ginty. I just think that he's young, and I'd want to get that on my team as a keeper. I think he has the ability to be there for years to come. It hurts me seeing Russ so low. It hurts me seeing Russ play so bad. I don't understand why Russ is playing so poorly. Is Garrett Wilson? What about Garrett Wilson? Sorry. Why Stafford so low? Because this is fantasy football, and he's not really good at that. He doesn't run the ball. He also is banged up. Yeah, this is fantasy football. Matthew Stafford is not great for fantasy football. Fields has been playing bad too. He has been playing bad. I agree. Fields has definitely been playing bad. This is not for real life football. These are not real life football rankings. These are fantasy football rankings, and he's gonna run in a real game. Justin Fields is gonna run for like 60 to 80 yards a game. It's gonna be crazy. Why would Chuba not be top 12 running back? Because, there's 1,000 reasons he wouldn't be top 12. Everybody in the top 12 is substantially better as a running back than him. Running back list. I got you. Because there are easily 12 running backs that are better than him. It's not even particularly close. The top 4, I'm not even arguing. Top 6, not even arguing. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Who is he better at than any of these guys? Like, he still has to get past these guys. Chuba Hubbard is is a fine running back. As a person that traded for him last year, traded for him and traded him away in a different league, he's a good running back. He's not great, and the offense isn't even very good. If Henry Ruggs didn't have what happened, do you think he would be top 15, not by fantasy? No, I don't. I don't remember him being... I don't remember thinking he was elite back then. I don't know why I would think that now. CD or CMC and a keeper? But CD. I think it's a long-term thing, right? CD's probably going to be best wide receiver in the league for another, or not best, sorry, he is not the best, but he'll be like a top 3 wide receiver for like the next 5 years. What do you think he would be? I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not pay any attention to Henry Ruggs. All I remember is him being a speedster that was mid at best. I don't recall being impressed. I'd be impressed if he's still in the league, honestly. Valid list. Thank you. Bro, Saquon should be in his own tier, dog. Why? Why would he be in his own tier? No, I want a response to that. Why would he be in his own tier? Luke, I'll be looking for your message. Is Kyren at 301 crazy? Crazy to me, yeah. I'm not drafting him that high. I mean, to draft him that high, you're drafting him over at least 3 of these guys. And there's a reason I have him in that tier. I wouldn't do it. I think he's going to be good. K9 disrespect. K9 needs to respect his body and take care of it so he can stay on the field. Also, I really think... So here's the thing about K9. Kenneth Walker III is an incredible running back. He's really, really good. The problem isn't how good he is. The problem is he gets injured. Thanks for the follow. He needs to take the yards in front of him. And things have switched up. They got a new offensive coordinator. Thanks for the follow, Ace. They got a new offensive coordinator. And Zach Charbonnet puts in work. Zach Charbonnet is not as good as Kenneth Walker. But he is good enough to split work more than a 70-30 split. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it was a 60-40 split. And they might get the other guy involved too. Thanks for the follow, Isaac. So I don't feel like I'm disrespecting him. I feel like I want him to prove it to me. I don't even personally like drafting him, to be honest with you. Thanks for the follow, Ronald McDonald. Off topic, but Nico or Puka? Thanks for the follow, Kobe. Nico Collins, I am concerned about Puka. Not just his injuries, but Matthew Stafford's injuries as well. Chuba or Hampton? Definitely Hampton. I got him in a tier above. Is Kamara gonna regress? I don't think so. I think that they need him. I think they're desperate for him, honestly. Opinion on Breece Hall? I just went on a nice long rant about that. Long story short, I think he's a bust. He's being drafted too high. Saquon, CD, or Justin Jefferson at the 3. CD will score the most points, but I personally like Saquon. I think that JJ definitely scores. Not JJ. CD, I think I have him statted as scoring the most points, but I value running backs. Please, need help. Join my 10-team PPR sweat only DM. I'm at a good mental space right now with the amount of leagues I'm in. I'm not joining anymore. I'm very happy. I got 3 dynasties, 2 redrafts. Ain't nothing like that 2 redraft. Because You already got the other one pretty set. Genty or Jacobs? Give me Genty. I think Jared Goff is a bust. Give me Dak Prescott. Who you like between Genty, Olave, or not Genty? Who's that? Sorry, I got a transparent background. Judy. Judy, Olave, or Myers? Let's go to my wide receivers. Got Myers right here, Olave down here, Judy right here. So I'm gonna go Myers. Kamara gonna regress? I don't think so. I'm not really concerned about Kamara. I like him. I have him. I got him at tier 4, the top of tier 4. I think he's good. He's gonna catch a lot of balls. What do you think about Nick Chubb maybe starting in week 1? He could start week 1. He really could. There's a real world out there where. Oh, do I not have him on here? There's a real world out here where Nick Chubb is the number 1 starter week 1. I think he's gonna split work. But he could definitely be the one. Oh, man, did I say something that needed a pause? I'm sorry. I don't even recall. I was yapping so much. Should I take Kamara and Hampton at the 412 and 501? I like that, yeah. I think that's good value for both, honestly. Actually, let me see. I was doing an analysis earlier today on the different draft costs on each platform, comparing running backs, wide receivers, and where they're going. I'll be getting that out to y'all fairly soon. I'm probably going to record tomorrow morning. Shit, bro. I just realized this is fantasy. I just think Saquon is clearly the best running back. Oh, yeah, it's fantasy football. You see the flashing lights? Flashing lights. Should I take CMC at the 4? I mean, I don't mind it. I like CMC. I think CMC scores the most fantasy points if he stays healthy. Patrick Mahomes, Puka, Ladd, Jahmyr Gibbs, Kamara, Travis Kelce. JSN. Man, Eagles defense. Pharaoh. You did a good job. This is really good. I like this team. I think your wide receivers are solid. I'm not as high on Ladd as everybody else, but I like that you have JSN there as well. Jahmyr Gibbs and Kamara, good running backs. I'm hoping that you have some sort of running back depth, though. We got McMillan, Warren, or Diggs. Give me McMillan. Let's go with Omari and Hampton. That's not a question. What is your reasoning for having Gibbs at 4? I think the other 3 are better running backs in regards to they'll get more work. Jahmyr Gibbs, I don't think gets the full allotment of carries or receptions. He has a new offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. I think that if David Montgomery wasn't there, that'd be a whole different conversation, but he is. So none of the other guys have a number 2 that's anywhere close to as good as David Montgomery. Thanks for the follow. Oh, I missed the name. Where is it? It's got to be on here somewhere. JJ, thanks for the follow. Would you still go Gibbs at 4? Thanks for the follow. If it's a 3 wide receiver, I didn't say Gibbs at 4. I wouldn't pick Gibbs at 4. He's a 4th running back, but I wouldn't pick him at 4. Thanks for the follow. H2O, I think. Travion is in tier 5. Gibbs 101. That's funny. I think there's a world where Gibbs finishes number 1. I think it's going to take an injury, whether that injury is to David Montgomery or to somebody else. Got dehydrated mangoes. It's delicious. K9 is tier 5. J-Mo, Ridley. I'm thinking Ridley. No, J-Mo. I think J-Mo. I didn't see the third person. to be honest with you. Wide receiver list. I got you. I must have been reading your mind. Got a text. Oh, my buddy just texted me. Happy birthday, Kobe. Oh, thanks for the coins. One second. I got to say happy birthday to Kobe. All right. Ladd over JSN? No. I think Ladd McConkey is overrated. I also think he's a bust in the second round. What would you say at number 1 should be Chase? Yeah, I have Chase at the 101. I actually just we just did where we're. Thanks for the follow, Martinez. We actually just did picks for where we're going to be drafting, and I picked the 101 so that I could get Ja'Marr Chase specifically. No DK. DK is tier 5. Thanks for the follow, Cameron. Is my team good? Baker, JSN, Ted McMillan, Gibbs, Jacobs, Bucky. Yeah, I like your team. Your running backs are great. I'm surprised you laid out it like that, but I bet it's because you did it off of your roster because it went wide receiver first or second. I like that. Baker is a solid quarterback with upside. JSN and Tet both have upside. Gibbs, Jacobs, Bucky, all upside and good. And I think that Ingram is going to be good. Do you think getting running backs early is the way to get a good team? I think you can win it. I think you can win a league with, honestly, any combination. It's more so about value. I personally like to get running backs early because I find as though the value for running backs drop off, and I feel like I'm really good at finding wide receivers late. Finding running backs late is just a lot harder to do. You like Higgins this year? Not particularly. I think he's fine. I like him enough to have him at the top of tier 5. So, I have him above Marv, so I guess I like him. Rice at 9, question mark. He's going to get suspended. I don't know how many games. Right now, I have him statted for missing 4 games. I think he can miss 4, 6, 8, 10. Matthew Golden. I haven't pressed a button in a while. Matthew Golden is very good, but he's in a crowded receiving core. Tet or Devontae Smith. Give me Tet. I'll take the number 1 receiver. Where's McLaurin? Top of tier 6. Do you think there's only 2 really good right ends this year? Oh, I think you mean tight ends. No, I put I think for tight ends, I really like Brock Bowers. Obviously, I think that Trey McBride is also really good, but don't sleep on George Kittle. Do not sleep on George Kittle. I think George Kittle is probably the best value at tight end in the draft. George Kittle is why I probably won't be drafting Trey McBride or Bowers, because if I'm in the back of the 3rd, I'm getting George Kittle. Thanks for the follow, Mutt. Why is Ridley not top of tier 5? Thanks for the follow, Cross. Thanks for the follow, PJDX. Why is Ridley not at the top of tier 5? Thanks for the follow. Because he's never been there. Maybe back when he was in Atlanta like 5 years ago before his gambling situation. He is a rookie quarterback. That's a very strange question to move him up that far. Top of tier 7, I see the argument. Top of tier 5, above T. Higgins, Devontae Adams. You're love Lad McConkey? Wild. Bijan. What about Bijan? I have him as the number 1 running back. Why Diggs so low? I don't know, man. I don't think I just realized I'm not showing half or all of tier 10. There you go. Can you see that now? Can you see that now? You good? Thoughts on Cowboys running back situation? It's a mess, and they should be ashamed of themselves for not getting Brian Robinson. That's a great question. Why did the Dallas Cowboys not go get Brian Robinson if all they needed to do was give a 6th? I mean, maybe they didn't want to trade him inside the division. That's the only reasonable explanation, because goodness gracious, they could have used him. How do you think Amari Hampton will do this year? I have him as my running back 14, so I think he's going to do really well. I'm very excited about him. Should I draft Achane? It all depends on where. What's your pick? What pick do you have? Cop him. What pick do you have? My bench is Swift, Ridley, Etienne. I don't know why you have TJ Stroud. Why would you keep him on your bench? It doesn't seem very worth it. How is McMillan as a wide receiver 2? I think that's fine, assuming that the rest of your positions are good. I think he's going to get a bunch of work. I actually really like Ted McMillan this year. Big fan of Ted McMillan this year. I think he's going to be really good. A little nervous about that hamstring situation, but my understanding is he should be fine. You think Mixon will produce if he's not injured anymore? If he's not injured, he's going to be a top 10 running back, but I'm really concerned, honestly. I'm really concerned about that injury. Jonathan Taylor is him? I agree. Jonathan Taylor is Himothy. He is definitely him. Concerned about Achane? Yes, I am. I am concerned about Achane. I wouldn't say he's off my board, but I already really wasn't drafting him. I mean, he goes too high for me. He goes above Jonathan Taylor. Actually, let me check his new ADP. I just pulled it. Let's go with Sleeper. Sleeper ADP for Achane. 204. He's going at the top of the second. I'm not doing that. I'm not drafting Achane at the top of the second. I'm just not doing it. You think Hubbard will be touchdown dependent this year? No, I don't think touchdown dependent, but I am concerned that he's not getting as involved in the receiving game as I thought he would. Because I remember hearing the Ballers talk about him when he first came in the league. Chuba Hubbard was a receiving back, is what I believe they said. I don't know why they would end up giving that to Rico Dowdle. I was very surprised. Thoughts on Henderson? I love me some TreVeyon Henderson. I am so excited for TreVeyon Henderson. I honestly might end up reaching for him. I want him. I want him bad, actually. I don't have him in any of my leagues. Let me see where he's going in Sleeper. That's a really good question. He's going in the 6th round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh. I'm probably not going to get him unless I reach for him. That sucks. I have the number 1 pick. You want wide receiver? I got you. Let me zoom out, though. Hold on. I know it's off. Boom. Sutton or Ridley? Sutton. I got Rasheed Rice, and my backups are Golden and Pearsall. What do you think? I think that you're going to be riding Pearsall for a bit. I think that Golden is going to be inconsistent. I think Golden's going to be inconsistent, but I do think he has some big games. I think Golden's going to have some big games. I just don't think it's going to be very consistent. How much work do you think Jordan Mason will take away from Aaron Jones? I think it's going to be like close to a 50-50 split by the middle of the year. They want to keep him healthy. They also want to take some pressure off of JJ. My gosh, what's going on? Bills takeaway. Okay. I got the 5th pick in a 10 team. Who do you recommend? You probably get Saquon there. I would take any of these 5, assuming you don't want CMC. Jamar Chase, Bijan Robinson, Saquon Barkley, CeeDee Lamb, and then Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm going back and forth right now on Jahmyr Gibbs or Saquon Barkley. Oh, thanks for the follow. That's not what I meant. Jahmyr Gibbs and JJ, nope, and Justin Jefferson. I'm nervous about Justin Jefferson. I want him to get back on the field. He makes me nervous. I got first pick in a 6-man league. Full PPR. Keeper league and went Gibbs. Is that a bad choice? I do think that that's a bad choice. But that's just me. I would go Jamar Chase. I don't even think it would be particularly close who I would choose. C. Martinez, Allen, Gibbs, Chuba, Ladd, Tet, McBride. Oh my gosh, so good. Igbuka, Waddle, good team, or do I need to make moves? It's a very good team. Running backs are good. Wide receivers are good. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what you did. So you went Josh Allen in the 2nd, didn't you? And then came back and got Ladd. No. You got Allen in the 3rd because you probably got McBride in the 2nd. That would make sense. But Allen coming back, whatever, top 3. Then you got Ladd. I'm meh about Ladd. I do like that you got Tet. Chuba is solid. I think it's fun. I think you'll make up for any deficiencies as the year goes on. DK Metcalf is tier 5 right here. Tier 5. Matt. Tier 5. No problem. No problems, bro. Thoughts on Pat's wide receiver room? Should I drop Burton for Douglas or Kyle Williams? I would drop Burton for Kyle Williams. I am a Kyle Williams truther. And I will admit I am biased. I am biased. I will admit that. I do have him on my dynasty team, but I have a couple of people in the league I really listen to when they talk about certain positions. When Tom Brady talks about quarterbacks, or this one, when Steve Smith talks about receivers, I really like to listen to what he has to say, because Steve Smith has done a really good job of evaluating wide receivers early on, especially before they blow up. He came out and said if he compared Kyle Williams to anybody in the league, he compared him to himself. And if you know anything about Steve Smith, he is very arrogant about how good he is. So if he thinks that Kyle Williams has anything like the dog that Steve Smith has, yeah, sign me up. Sign me up. I think that he is going to take that role and run with it. I'm not afraid of Demario Douglas. I'm not afraid of Demario Douglas. Thanks for the follow. I'm not afraid of Kendrick Bourne. I'm pretty sure something happened with Polk. Is he like season-ending surgery or something? I don't remember. I just remember Vrabel was calling him a rat, or Vrabel was calling somebody a rat. That was crazy. But yeah, I really like Kyle Williams, and I think that's a deep sleeper. But I really like him this year. Also biased. He's on my dynasty team, specifically because of Steve Smith. How do you feel about wide receiver? Thanks for the follow, Evan. Yo, are you a Pats fan? No, sir, absolutely not. Though, Tom Brady has won me a decent amount of wagers. I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. Give me the Bucks all day, every day, baby. How do you feel about wide receiver duo of Nico and BTJ? That's nasty. That's crazy work. That's great. You did a really good job. You should feel very happy about yourself. Running back rankings. I got you. Are y'all liking this format? Y'all liking the tiers and whatnot? Y'all enjoying that? Is that what y'all want to see about now? You want to see rankings? You want debates about rankings and all that good stuff? Yeah? All right, cool. Sorry. Do you rate Tin Mans? I rate all things. Where's wide receiver format? It's PPR. Thanks for the follow, Joseph. What about duo AJ Brown or Jamar Chase? AJ, yeah, that's actually insane work. Thanks for the follow, 5TTWE. Hampton over Breece Hall, and it's not. I have them in the same tier, but I would never pick Breece Hall over Hampton. I think the upside of Hampton is like, there's a world where Hampton's a top 5 running back this year. I think that it would not surprise me if he ended in the top 10. And I think that he has the skills and the offense to get top 5. I'm not predicting that, but I'm saying he does have the skill set to do that. How do you feel about Jamar and Ladd, wide receiver duo? I don't like Ladd, but Jamar Chase is great. I don't dislike Ladd. I don't want to say that. I just think Ladd is being drafted too high. I do not like drafting him in the second round. If Ladd McConkey was a 4th round draft pick, I think he'd be great. But he's not going to go there. He's going to go in like the second, and I don't want him in the second. I barely want him in the third. Puka or Malik? Give me Malik Neighbors. I'm concerned about Puka's having Matthew Stafford banged up. Thanks for the follow. Period. Thoughts on Trayvon Henderson? Big fan. Really like him this year. I have him tier 5, and honestly, I might end up reaching for him. Kenneth Walker's shade is real. He's standing in the shade, the injury shade, the new offense shade, the backup running back getting more work shade. Thoughts on Ginty? Love Ginty. I think that people in the chat apparently don't even really like Ginty like that. Ashton Ginty's going to be great this year, guys. He's going to be really good. So get used to it. If he's injured, I got handcuffed. That is true. Thanks for the follow, D-Clan. Chase Brown. Thanks for the follow, Gazmo. Chase Brown. Oh, that's not Chase Brown. That's Chase Brown. Chase Brown is really good. I like Chase Brown a lot. Knife Free. Thanks for the follow. Mighty Mouse. Is that his nickname? That's cool. Achane for Ginty. I would trade Achane for Ginty every sec. I mean, I'd trade that immediately. If that's in your inbox, give me Ginty over Achane. Not even particularly close. It's not even particularly close. I got Lamar, CMC, Chase, Sutton, and Bowers. With hard eyes. You should have hard eyes. Because that's fire. Good job. Where's Jetta's? Oh, sorry. Wide receiver. I got Jetta's at tier 2. I know this is fantasy football, guys. It is close. I need more context. I talk too much. I don't remember what you're talking about. I said somebody wasn't particularly close, right? Nope, that's not what I meant to do. I have a button that is going to annoy me if I don't click it again. There it is. Found it. I got Smitty in round 5. Let me see what his ADP is. I'm assuming you're drafting on Sleeper. I think that's fine. I can't find him. Yeah, he's going in the 5th. I think that's fair. Malik injuries, any concern? I'm getting a little concerned. I think that how high you have to draft him. I got concerned enough to move Nico Collins slightly above him, but to be honest with you, Nico Collins be getting injured too. Thanks for the follow, Thomas Recall. Hey, I see your message. Give me a second, Thomas. I saw it. I was trying to do something, multitask. I traded Rashee Rice and Kelsey for BTJ. Did I win? Thanks for the follow, Griffin. That's a. I wouldn't say you won. That's not how I would say that. I think it comes down to suspension. If it's a 4-game suspension, I think you definitively lost. If it's a 6-game suspension, I think you won, not just because of like peace of mind. Thanks for the follow, Eduardo. But also like missing 6 games in the middle of the season for a player that is suspended. Thanks for the follow, Christian. Thanks for the follow, Isaac. Here's the thing about Rashee Rice and his suspension. If he gets suspended, you can't. Depending on the league, you can't put him in IR. So you just have to hold him. So if you don't have an extra big bench, you're just holding a player for 6 weeks. That's a long time. Or 4, 6, 8. We don't know how long it's going to take. So I think you eliminated risk. Thanks for the follow. I think you eliminated risk and got back a very good wide receiver that I think I have him as like, I don't know, wide receiver 7, 8. Yeah, I think that's fine. Breece Hall or K9. Oh, God. 2 players I am not too fond of draft. Do I really have Breece Hall a tier above him? I guess Breece Hall. I think that Kenneth Walker is a better running back than Breece Hall, though. CD or Gibbs? Give me CD. What about Tom Brady? Oh, we talking GOATs now? Oh, you mean the greatest of all time? You mean the Tampa Bay Buccaneer Tom Brady? Yeah, GOAT. Is DeAndre Swift a fine running back too? I'm not excited about it. I think he will be fine, but I personally do not like drafting him. I think that he is the definition of he will finish between wide receiver 20 and wide receiver 24. I think that that's about what he'll give you wide receiver 2 value. He will return on that. Kyler or Drake May? Give me Kyler, but don't sleep on Drake May. I think he's solid. How do you feel about Bucky Irving? As a Bucks fan, I love him. I will say this. He makes me nervous. And it has nothing to do with really him. I think that Bucky Irving is really good. I didn't like seeing him get banged up last year. It reminded me that he's not like a bulky guy. He's not like Jonathan Taylor, where I'm not really worried about him taking the hits. He reminds me of like a slightly bulkier Achane, and Achane makes me nervous. Magic. Yo, thanks for the follow, Jakin. Follow the live. Oh, that's just you following me. Thoughts on McLaurin and... Oh, thanks for the coins. Thoughts on McLaurin and McCourty. Oh, okay. Sorry. It took me a second to remember who that is. Thanks for the cash. Oh, Cash. Thank you, Cash. Appreciate you. Is that my Cash? That is my Cash. Hey, man. Hey, girl. Oh, I was talking about this. Terry McLaurin. I would really like him to get on the field. Thank you. I'd really like Terry McLaurin to get on the field, honestly. The thing about being old, I would prefer you be in football shape and getting... I'm worried about soft tissue issues, but I think that he's a professional. He's going to get paid, and he's going to get out there. In regards to McCourty, I have McCourty at tier 9 here. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't even really know what to do with them. That whole backfield is going to be a mess. You got Austin Eckler, who I think is being undervalued at the moment. Austin Eckler, who I think is being undervalued at the moment. I think that he's still good, but you also have like, I think it's Chris Rodriguez Jr., who they said is going to be rushing in touchdowns now. I think. Oh, ooh, sorry, I got an urgent message from y'all. Need help. I draft tomorrow. I'm first to pick. Who should I grab? You should grab Ja'Marr Chase. I'm first pick. I draft Monday. I'm drafting Ja'Marr Chase. I literally have a video drafting from the 101. You should go watch that, because what I just showed in there, that's what I would do. Joe Mixon that low? Yeah, man. Is he gonna play? Is he gonna play? Because I don't know if he's gonna play. I need him on the field. Is it worth grabbing David Montgomery? Anyone's worth grabbing depending on the spot. So I mean, it all depends on where you draft him. Sutton and Swift for Hampton. And Judy. Yeah, I'd accept that. Yes, I would accept that. Where's RJ Harvey? Here. Tier 7. Brock Bowers, Tier 1. Yes, he is. Who do I start in flex? I actually have not done my week one rankings. Come back to me next week, and I will have an answer for that. Because I'm not even going to lie, have not looked at the matchups at all. I still got to pick every game. I got to do some predictions. Hey, do y'all like futures and predictions of teams? Like, who's going to win what matchups and, team total over and unders? Do y'all like that kind of stuff? Let me know down in the comments, because I'm thinking about making some. So I'm curious if TikTok is interested in that kind of stuff. What would you rather, a Justin or BJ wide receiver? I don't like the phrasing of that. Jake, you like that? Yeah. Cool. I'm gonna be. The heck? What is that sound? What was that? I don't know what that was. I am very confused, but I'm back, so that's fine. Just traded away Trayvon Henderson for Amari and Hampton. Is that a W? Yeah, I think that's a dub. I really like Amari and Hampton. CMC at the 106, 12-man PPR. Come on. Yes. If you're not afraid of that injury, which, to be clear, if I was at the 106, I would draft CMC. Because I feel like, thanks for the follow. No, thanks for the coins. Somebody, Manuel, thanks for the coins. I actually think the 6th spot is a great spot for CMC. Because you've gotten rid of all of the safe picks at that point. Because, like, for example, you got, let's go back to here. So in the first round, you're gonna have Bijan Robinson, Saquon Barkley, and Jahmyr Gibbs. Those are gonna be the safe running backs, but Jahmyr Gibbs might not even go before 6. The wide receivers you have are gonna be Ja'Marr Chase, CeeDee Lamb, and Justin Jefferson. If that's the case, and all five of those, excluding Gibbs, are gone, I think CMC is so elite where he could still be the number 1 player, but he's just not as safe. And I get that. If you want to pick the other guys ahead of him, that's fine. They're safe. After that, there's question marks. I can poke holes in everything. Amon-Ra St. Brown just had a knee surgery a couple months ago to clean up some stuff. Is he all right? Malik Neighbors, currently banged up, on and off the field. Puka Nacua has a quarterback that we don't know if he's going to play. Nico Collins doesn't play full seasons. Okay, and then we go to running backs. Derrick Henry, super old. I personally love him and think he's going to be fine, but that's a risk because he's old. Ashton Genty, everybody keeps telling me he's a rookie. He's never played before. So he can't be great. I think he can be great, but again, that's a risk. So after those first five that I was talking about, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, who he's banged up and he has a quarterback situation. Bijan Robinson, Saquon Barkley, who got run into the ground last year. Like, there are question marks everywhere. So once we get past that safe group, give me Christian McCaffrey. Everybody else hasn't proven that if they're healthy, they're going to be the best in fantasy football. He has, period. That's kind of how I think about it. Once you get, thanks for the follow, user. Once you get out of that safe zone with all those players that I just mentioned, once you get out of that safe zone, shoot for the upside. And the upside is CMC. Josh, no, Bijan Clear. I don't know. Sorry, I got to go back. I have no idea what you're talking about. If you have Bijan, you keep Bijan. Sorry, I must have missed something. My friend wants Jettas for Bijan. But I have King Henry. Yay or nay? I'm keeping Bijan. Should you use your keeper on what? On whom? Guys, when y'all are writing stuff, I know it might be annoying. You might just need to copy what you're writing and paste it a bunch of times, but if you don't give me context, I have no idea who that is. Should I use my keeper on him? Who is him? Oh, on CMC. I mean, what do you... See, but how am I supposed to answer that? What are your options? I have no idea what your choices are. Should I drop Brady in Dynasty, or is there still a chance? Tom Brady is done, my dude. He's gone. You can drop him. What's your thoughts on Travis Etienne this year? I ain't gonna lie, that's a hard one. I don't think they know what they're gonna do. I think they're gonna ride the hot hand. Honestly. Derek is not old. He's only 31. I think that's sarcasm, and I agree. How Achane looking? I don't know. He looking nervous to me. I'm nervous about him. Thanks for the follow, Don. Who's a realistic pick at the 109? Nico Collins or CMC. I'm not heavy on ETN as anything other than RB3. Yeah, if that. Thoughts on Tyreek? I think he's being slept on heavily. Bucky and BTJ or Achane and T. Bucky and BTJ, and it's literally not even close. I take Bucky over Achane. I take BTJ over T. Got CMC at the 2-3 turn. It's disgusting. Crazy work. Thoughts on... Thanks for the follow, VB. Thoughts on Nico round 1, pick 7? I'm not mad at that. Thanks for the follow. Where's Travion Henderson? I got him tier 5. AJ Brown. 1 second. AJ Brown, tier 3. I moved him up. Which, honestly, I regretted moving him up the second I moved him up because he got injured like right after. Know any sleepers? Heck yeah. I just came out with a video for deep sleepers on my YouTube. My favorite sleepers. Austin Eckler, I don't think can be considered a sleeper anymore. Thanks for the follow, Steve. Pat Bryant is a pretty deep sleeper. I like him a lot. Whoa. Did not mean to do that. Did not. Whoa. Hey. What is happening? Sutton. Sorry. Dang it. I pressed the wrong button. Sorry. I don't even remember what the question was because I had a mini freak out. Oh, thanks for the coins. I remember now. The you taking Travis Hunter? Not in the 5th or the 6th. If he falls, I'll take him. Thanks for the follow, Landon. Oh, it was sleepers. Corey, thanks for the follow. My favorite sleeper, my personal favorite, Keenan Allen is being slept on like crazy. I love me some Keenan Allen. He's going in the 15th round, which is crazy work. Give me that every time. He's one of the reasons I don't like Ladd McConkey. Thanks for the follow, Landon. Sorry. Again? What happened, Landon? What's going on with that? What's with the Rice disrespect? What's with the NFL not telling me how many games he's being suspended? What's with that? I have him with the 4-game suspension. He's getting at least 4. He might get 6. He could get 8. Is Najee Harris a sleeper? No. Did you watch Keenan last year? Yes. I watched him with a bad quarterback in Caleb Williams. Did you see the route running? Still crisp. Is CMC at 10 overall any good? Yeah, I think that's fine. Is Najee a good pick? I'm not picking up Najee in any of my leagues. Is Jonathan Taylor good for a running back 1? Yeah, I'm aiming for him as a running back 1 in a league. I have the 101 in a 12-team league. If JT's there when he comes back, I'm grabbing him. Got pick 3 tomorrow. Chase and Bijan gone, leaning Gibbs. Thoughts? I personally don't like Gibbs that high, but I'm fine if you want him. He's not coming back. Here's the thing about fantasy football, guys. If you like Jahmyr Gibbs, you should grab Gibbs because he's not coming back to you. So if you dig him, get him. I personally like Saquon over him. Yo, I got Genty, JT, BTJ with my first 3 picks. Is that okay? 10-man? Yeah, that's fire. I love that. I like that a lot. Great job. Where's Genty? Move to running backs. Zoom in. Genty's tier 2. K9 or Kamara? Give me Kamara. Just got Stephon Diggs. Worth it? It's all relative, man. What'd you pay for him? Thoughts on Achane? He makes me nervous, and I feel like a scaredy cat talking about it, honestly. Why are you so low on Terry? Is Terry on the field yet? Has Terry reported? Is he playing football? Have you seen him in a uniform running routes with his quarterback? I haven't. I could have missed it, though. I've been really busy with rankings and stuff. You seen it? I haven't seen it. So if he's not on the field, his old self needs the reps, my boy. Those soft tissue issues be sneaking up on you. First 3 picks, Gibbs, Jacobs, Bucky. I mean, that is high T running back right there. I hope you don't like Hampton or Henderson because goodness gracious, you are running back heavy. You know ball. I do know ball. I think you're being sarcastic, but I know fantasy football. I won't lie. I don't know the NFL as much as my dad knows a lot about the NFL, so hanging out with him, I don't feel like I know a lot of ball, but I know a lot about fantasy football and the NFL. But the particulars on the plays and whatnot, I'm still working on that. I'm actually going to do a training course next year. Thanks for the follow, Primo. I plan on doing a training course next year talking about fantasy football. Yes, I grade teams. Yeah, thanks for the follow, Jamie. I plan on doing a starter course next year. I got a couple ideas on how to teach NFL football. Thanks for the follow, Shaq. It's going to be like a lunch and learn. Thanks for the follow, T. Oh, my God. Thanks for the follow. When would I take CMC? It depends on how confident you are, man. Or man or lady or whoever you are. I don't know who asked me the question. Thanks for the follow, Shaq. It all depends on how comfortable you are. I personally, I have him at 6. Overall, if the first, thanks for the follow, cool cards. I have him I'm fine with him at 6. But he's going at the 202, 203 in certain leagues. So if you want to get him in the back of the first, I have no issue with somebody. Why CMC so high? Because he's the best running back in fantasy football, if he's healthy. Start two. I have not done my week one rankings. I have no idea who's playing who. If I had to guess, Tet and Calvin Ridley, because I don't know who's going to start. Next week, I'm going to be working on my week one rankings. So I should have that by the end of next week. Ginty tier 2. Yeah, he's tier 2. Brown or Bucky? Chase. I'm assuming you mean Chase Brown. Brown. Would you take Worthy, Tet, or Jameson Williams? Give me Tet. Trade HN. Trade HN, JMO, and Ole for Jacobs, Bill, and Stiggs. Sure. I'm not overly excited about either ones, but I'd rather, at the end of the day, I think you're upgrading to Jacobs. Losing JMO is going to be difficult, but I like that you're getting back Diggs and Bill. I don't really care about Ole, to be honest with you. Is A.J. Brown and Garrett Wilson for Justin Jefferson a good trade? It's a lot. You're paying a lot for Justin Jefferson. But that you kind of got to overpay to get things done. Assuming that your team can handle losing 2 number 1 wide receivers, sure, because I think Justin Jefferson is clearly better than both of them. 12-man, my team is JD, Jaden Daniels, Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, Image. That's a good team. That's a really good team. I like that a lot. Why you so high on Aaron Jones? I didn't even think I was that high on Aaron Jones. Am I high on Aaron Jones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I'm at running back 21. I don't think I'm that high on him. He's a starting running back. I have him at 21. What should I draft for 3-round, 12 team? I have picked 9. I don't. That's too much mental gymnastics. Just at the moment, my brain can't do 3 rounds of mystery. Lamar, Hampton. Also, if you need 3 rounds from pick 9, I have 3 rounds from pick 12 in my YouTube. I did a full video on it, so you can check that out. Lamar, Hampton, Aaron Jones, Jettas, Neighbors, Kittle. Ooh, that's nice. Sutton, Rome, 10-man thoughts. Top 2 at wide receiver. Running back is solid. I do think you're going to need to find some more running backs down the line. I do think you're fine for now. Receivers are gross. Jettas, Neighbors, Sutton, Rome. I think those are good. And you got an elite in Kittle. I think you're going to need to go hunting for some backup running backs. But other than that, I think you're good. Can I see wide receivers? Yeah, I got you. Where's JT? Sorry, 1 second. JT is tier 3, pick 3. CMC or Jettas for the 7th pick. I'm biased. I'm going CMC. I'm shooting for upside. Should I be trying to trade Achan? If you can get back value, if you can get back the value that you like, then yes, I would trade him. I personally wasn't drafting him. Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed JT. Yeah, no problem. You're good. You're good. What round should I pick my quarterback? The earliest I would pick a quarterback would be the last quarterback of the Elite Four in the 3rd or 4th round. If you want to get a quarterback early, thanks for the follow, Mikey. If you can get Jalen Hurts, sorry, that's not Jalen Hurts. That's Jaden Daniels. if you can get Jayden Daniels or Jalen Hurts, either one of them, if you can get them in like the third or the fourth round, if you like quarterback early, get those two. I personally don't really go quarterback early. I like going quarterback late. Thanks for the follow, Clay. Thanks for the coins. Hey, Ant, what's up, dog? How's it going? Let's go. It's lit. I personally like to go fairly late. Give me Kyler Murray in the 9th round. I say give me Dak in the 10th, but man, that schedule is ugly. I do not like the Dallas Cowboys schedule. Like, I feel bad. Yo, thanks for the coins. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, dog. Thanks for the follow, Ethan. I personally, it's just, oh my, making it rain! Making it rain! Oh my God! Thank you. You are showing out for the people and popping off. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. James Conner or Hampton? Give me Hampton. Give me Hampton over Conner. May is the play of the year. Yo, thanks for the follow, Nat. I agree. See, that's another thing about getting quarterbacks late, man. I like you can get May late. No, thanks for the coins. You can get May late. You can get I mean, because here's the thing. You get Justin Fields. The thing about a quarterback late, you're not going to run out of quarterbacks. Even if everybody takes two, you're going to have quarterbacks. Like, and you can, in most leagues, you're only going to have like, I don't know, max half the league. So you're talking 18 quarterbacks. There are plenty of quarterbacks that you can mix and match and get a starting quarterback. Also, side note, Anthony, thank you. You're the man. Appreciate you. Jettas is tier 2. In fantasy football, yes, he is. Don't ever tier again. I'm going to keep tiering, so. I drafted 3 running backs to start my draft. Is that bad? I wouldn't say it's bad because there is a world where you got insane value. And if you got great value, you got great value. Now, if you were just grabbing running backs to grab running backs, then no, it's not good. But I always find that I can do a really good job of finding wide receivers late. Give me Jettas over Amon-Ra. Is Cardinals tight end good? Yep, he is very good. Mecca is higher. I don't know what that means. Herbert, May, Penix. I don't know why you have so many quarterbacks. Bijan, Spears, BTJ, JSN, GW, Pitts, Rice, and 12-man dynasty. You need to trade for a running back. Tesla gonna be goated. Hey, I actually like that. I drafted Isaac Tesla. I drafted Isaac Tesla in like the, I don't know, 4th round of my dynasty league. Thanks for the follow. Too much, little bro. And here's the thing. The Detroit Lions basically spent 3 third-rounders to get him. They traded away 2 and spent a third to get him. When you spend that much money, or draft capital, you want a return on your investment. Also, again, like I was saying earlier, guys, these are real people. This is a real GM. This is a real coach. And just like you have a boss, they have a boss. And you know what you want to do? Look real good in front of your boss. So if you just spend a bunch of draft capital, you're going to try to make that pick work. I like me some Isaac Tesla. Like me some. I like me some Isaac Tesla. Also, is Broncos defense good? Yeah. I love them. I think they're my number one defense. Abuka should be higher. I agree. I ain't even gonna cap. I'm not even gonna lie. I agree. He should be higher. He should be higher. I want him to be higher. I need more news. Let me zoom out for this. Sorry, you can't see round 10. I need more news on. I need more news on Chris Godwin before I can move him up more, because I'm still accounting for Chris Godwin being back, but I don't know what the time frame's going to be. Oh, Nico, running backs. I got you. 1 second. My bad, dog. Boom. Where's Tet? I just moved it. I don't know. I'll go back later. Hey, what's up? Fantasy's finest. That's another one of my dogs. Check out his page. He's very good. He knows what he's talking about. Very up on the news. Check out his page. He's very good. Me and him are actually going to collab soon. Speaking of that, Fantasy's finest. I need you to hit me up. Let me know when we're collabing, because I'm getting real busy soon. So I want to make sure I fit you in my schedule so that we can knock that out. I've been looking forward to that that collab. Godwin should end up on the pup list. So, thanks for the follow, JP Mangoes. Here's the thing about that. Also CMC over Jettis. Here's the thing about that. I don't know if he will end up on the pup. 1 second. Let me, if I'm going to talk to you, I want to flex a little. Chris Godwin, I do not think ends up on the pup for sure. And the reason why is I'm pretty sure he was just activated. And if he was just activated, then it gives them the ability to not put him on the pup just in case he doesn't need to miss all 4 games. And that's why I say I need to find out more information. Because at the moment, I'm still accounting for Chris Godwin missing a little bit of time, but not a lot of time. But if he's guaranteed to miss 4 games, I'm going to push Abuka up even more, which is crazy work. Abuka is going to be so good. I cannot believe my league let me get him. Godwin was, per reports, it's part of his progress. Yeah, agreed. But I don't know if that means he's not going to go on the pup. Latest report says he's still not cleared for team activities and isn't running yet. Agreed. I think that see, and this is why you need to follow my dog. He's good. He's good. You should definitely check him out. So in regards to him, Chris Godwin, I feel like you're right that he probably will go on the pup, but I just don't know yet. And when I'm in a state of I need to give you advice to tell you who to draft, I can only go with the information I have, and I'm not overly confident. And because I'm not overly confident, I'm not going to send up one guy and drop a guy like crazy. I feel like I'm dropping one appropriately and raising the other appropriately for the information I have. Could you show receivers? Yeah, I got you. What about Henderson? I really like Henderson. Henderson's great. Hold on 1 second. I'll go back to wide receivers. TreVeyon Henderson, tier 5, 3rd pick. All right, wide receivers. Boom, back tier. I got you. Don't you hate when teams drag their feet? We want to know more now. I do. I do. And just to be clear, I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, so I'm fiending for the information. I want all of the news. But sometimes they don't know. I don't think they know. I honestly, there's a world where they do know, but there's definitely a world where they're like, I don't know, man, we're going to feel it out. If he doesn't, because what I think it is if he can play, they want him to play. But if he can't play, he obviously can't. But putting him on the pup is guaranteeing he can't play for 4 weeks. If they don't put him on the pup, you're wasting a roster spot, but you could get him back a week or 2 early. Yo, anyone want to join a $5 buy? Nah, I'm good. Personally, I'm good. What was that? Oh, my driver. Oh, snap. It's 11:30. Give me a second. I need to... I'll do it on almost mute. I forgot to do my Duolingo. Um, got the third pick in an 8-man PPR. Should I go? Oh, Saquon. Easy money. Oh, I mean, I guess not technically easy money. You could go CD too. I like. Where's CMC? I got CMC at not pick 3. I got CMC as the third running back. I'm not too worried personally. They're gonna put him on ice until the season. Oh, this is actually one where me and you disagree on this Fantasy's Finest. I am nervous about I'm nervous about Achane. I think that I do think they put him on ice, but I also think that there's a world he doesn't start the season off. Where are you trying to leave your draft? Or who are you trying to leave your draft? Oh, Travion over RJ Harvey, and it's not even particularly close. I'm not even overly excited about RJ Harvey, and that's coming from a UCF fan. Like he's part of my alumni. We both went to UCF. I'm actually not even overly excited. I like him. I think he's good. But I think that Travion Henderson will take that backfield sooner. Don't say that about Achane. I need him to start the season. Hey, man, you were big on him last year, and you were right. So, I mean, if we're going with track record, you were right about him last year. So I can't sit up here and say that you're wrong. I'm cautious. I'm cautious about small, explosive running backs, especially when they're banged up. Where's Saquon? Second running back. I respect the caution. I appreciate you. I respect your I respect your bravery. Ooh, thanks for the coins, Brian. Let's go. That's kind of how I feel about CMC. I'm like, hey man, if he out there, he's gonna be great, and I'm just like, he's great. So it is what it is. Thanks for the follow, ADN. Devon Achane, I am nervous about him. Bucky or Jacobs? Give me Jacobs. Thanks for the follow, Nikos. CMC pick 7. Yes, I do pick. Thanks for the follow, Gaines. I'm CMC pick 7. Pick 7 is the safe spot, I think, for CMC. Thanks for the follow, Liam. Thanks for the follow, Noah. Hey, I'm getting some follows up. These likes. I got 4,000 likes. That's not bad. Get these likes up. Let's go. I don't normally ask for stuff, but I'm getting used to this whole live thing. It's fun. So what? Who cares? So what? Thanks for the follow, Aaron. Neighbors or Nico? Give me Nico. I'm concerned about Neighbors being banged up, honestly. Neighbors will be top 3 receiver this year. If he's on the field, sure. Amuka breakout. I completely agree. I am an Emeka Ibuka fan. As a Bucks fan, I can't be much more excited. I have him in my dynasty leagues, and I never thought I'd have a shot to get him. Bucky or Chase Brown? Give me Chase Brown. How do you think the old heads, Connor and Kamara, hold up this year? I like both of them, actually. I think they're both going to be solid. They both catch the ball. One's on a deep. I think that James Conner is going to be on a good offense. I think Arizona takes a step forward. On the other end, Alvin Kamara, he's going to be on a crappy offense, but they don't have many options, so I think they dump it down to him a lot. I just did CD Brown Achane on the third turn is crazy. I just did CD Lamb, Chase Brown, Achane on the third turn is crazy. No, that's actually a good combo. I don't love Achane, but I definitely respect his upside. No, it depends on how long Flacco plays. Judy, top 15 PPR this year. I agree. Fantasy's finest. It depends on how long Flacco plays, and Flacco is not playing all year. How do you feel about Ollie Gordon? I think that he's going to definitely be the running back too. I think the real question is in like a redraft, is he going to get more work? Because what's that the guy's name? Is it Jaden Wright? Jaden Wright, he's just hasn't been putting it together. And Ollie Gordon actually looks pretty solid. I'm actually looking forward to going back to rewatch some of the tape. Yo, thanks for the follow, Pansy. Whatever. Thanks for the follow. Is Marvin Mims underrated? I got him. The fantasy foot. Thanks for the follow, Matt Trey. Thanks for the thanks for the coins. Let's get it. What's up? What's up? Is that a Galaxy? Let's go. It's lit. It's lit. Thank you. Thank you. 3K. I'm trying to read your name. It's not small. No, your name is 3K. Sweet. Is Marvin Mims underrated? I got him. Thanks for the follow, Jack. The fantasy footballer says he is, but I personally, I'm a Pat Bryant guy. I think that Pat Bryant is going to come in and take over that number 2 role. So I'm not confident in Mims. Here's the thing. I think that Mims is going to have good games. I do. I just don't think he's going to be consistent. I think that there are going to be weeks where he wins you a week, assuming you started him. I don't love to have a bunch of players like that, but I do think that there are definitely spots for players like that, like the Deshaun Jackson from back in the day. He was explosive. He could win you a week, and you should have people like that. We'll see how often he does that, because this won't be the first time Sean Payton said he wanted to get him involved. So we'll see. Troy Franklin, wide receiver 1 for Denver. Okay, Jason Moore. What about Ibuka? Love me some Ibuka. Huge fan. BT Jr. top 3. I think that's aggressive, but I'd love it if you're right. I have him in Dynasty. Pat Bryant, learn the name. I agree. Pat Bryant, learn the name. Thank you, Joey. Say it with your chest. Terry McLaurin at tier 6. Thanks for the follow, Yillin. Hey, some of y'all might be new. If you are new, I want you to know this. If you tell me that so-and-so needs to go up, thanks for the follow, Robin. If you say so-and-so needs to go up or somebody needs to come down, I need you to tell me what tier we're putting it in. I'm giving you all my tiers. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Where are we moving these people? I think that Jamar Chase should be up 1 spot. Miss me with that. Where's he going? Tell me. I love it. I love it. Oh, hold on. My dog said more words. Joey, put it in, put it in caps. That's why they got rid of Vele. Facts. They did. Thanks for the follow, Gavin. I'm doing a rebuild in one of my dynasty leagues. I took it over, and I saw Vele on the wire. I was like, let me go ahead and yoink him. And that is why they got rid of Vele. I agree. I agree. Lad in tier 4, my boy. Nah. I actually think that, oh man, Fantasy's finest. I'm very curious what you're going to say to this. I think that Lad is overrated. Not in a talent standpoint. Actually, if I'm going to give this speech, I might as well put the thing on. I think that Ladd McConkey is overrated. Not in talent. I think that he's very talented. But from a standpoint of fantasy football, he's getting drafted in the 2nd round. I can't do it. I can't do it. The team's philosophy, I think, is they want to run the ball, which is why where'd he go? Which is why they went out and got Najee Harris. They didn't get him for no reason. And then they doubled down with wanting to get a running back and getting Omarion Hampton in the 1st round. The 1st round. And they tried to make it work with, where is he at? Mike Williams, they tried to bring him back, but he's banged up. They drafted Trey Harris, who I don't even think is going to be the number 2. But they tried to get him in there. What's the KSP, KS something? I can't remember his name. But I'm going to be honest with you. When they brought back Keenan Allen, I was like, ooh. I know Keenan Allen is not the world beater. He will not be a number 1. Oh, thank you. Kendra Lampert Smith. Thank you. Appreciate you, Fantasy's finest. But Keenan Allen is no longer a world beater. But what Keenan Allen can do is run crisp routes and be a go-to on third down when you need to get a first down. He is going to be where you want him to be because that's what he does. He's not going to be some speedster. He's not a young buck. But he's going to be a crisp route runner that's going to get open. And I actually think that long-term, it's going to be really good for Ladd McConkey. I think Ladd McConkey will learn a lot under Keenan Allen. Ladd will still be the number 1, but he's going to be the number 1 on a team that wants to run the ball, that also has a wide receiver number 2 that's going to be relevant. Before, we didn't think the wide receiver 2 was going to be very relevant. I think Keenan Allen is going to be relevant. What do I have him here? I got him at tier 9. Tier 9, I think I got him getting like 80-something receptions. Like, that's a decent amount for the number 2. BTJ over Amon-Ra. I disagree, but I ain't mad at it. Where's Kyle Pitts? Oh, my God. I moved Kyle Pitts up. I moved him up. I'll show you in a second. Joe Mixon. Give me 1 second. Trey Harris will be good wide receiver 2, maybe 2 years from now. You got to get Waddle to tier 5. Appreciate you saying it with your chest. Appreciate you saying it with your chest. I disagree, but you said it with your chest. I'm proud of you. Tier 5. He got to prove it to me. I wouldn't take. Well, obviously, I wouldn't take him over anybody above him, but nah, not for me. Oh, you wanted tight ends. Oh, y'all gonna get mad at me. Hold on. I gotta add people. I don't have this set up. Uno momento, por favor. I think that means please give me a minute. I forgot to bring these guys in. All right, look over this while I'm doing it. Complain about all the things that I got wrong. Just looking for my rankings. All right, tight end. Here we go. Who do we got? Warren is after Evan Ingram, but not in the same tier. Whoa! Stop moving. Warren here. And Kyle Pitts, Colston Loveland after Pitts. We got, who am I missing? Mason. Oh, Arroyo, he's last. And then, I'm still here. You should still be getting audio. Somewhere. Oh, goodness gracious. Great googly moogly. 1 second. I'm still here. All right. Whoa. Come on now. Turn back on. I'm still here. Yeah, there it is. Boom. Shakalaka. Did I lose any of you? Nah, y'all are here. Y'all are chilling. Y'all chillaxing. Oh, Mason. That's what I was looking for. Before I was so rudely interrupted by my bad power situation. Oh, here we go. After Strange. Waller, Mason. Boom. All right, there you go. Tight ends. I think Ingram going to be top 5. I don't believe in that offense enough to think that they're going to support that many receivers. Pass catchers. How many of these buttons do I have? Maybe like a 500 to 1,000. Oh, Waller's sleeper alert. Wait. Fantasy's finest. You're a Cowboys fan, right? You liking a lot of Dolphins. Are you a Dolphins fan too? JSN much better than Reek. Evans belongs in tier 2. Liam, I appreciate you saying it with your chest, my boy. Let's go back there. We can argue about it. Give me a second. Debate about it. I don't want to make it seem like I'm being disrespectful. We can debate about it. Do team rankings. Actually, next week I'm going to be picking every game. I'm gonna be so that I can get my team totals, so I can start putting in some wagers for that. I'll put in some over unders. I'll do some predictions for the Super Bowl playoffs and stuff like that. So that's actually what I'm going to start working on after this weekend. This weekend, I'm going to try to get out all my fantasy stuff. I'm going to do an ADP comparison tomorrow. I also need to do busts and sleepers. Breakouts, busts, and sleepers. I'm going to probably try to do it pretty quick, though. Yo, thanks for the follow. Oh, hold on. Fantasy's finest. Give me a second. I'm going to your stuff. Yes, sir. Cowboys fan for life. Thanks for the follow, James. I'm hoping we still get along after we talk. Oh man, Cowboy fans. I pray that you're not one of the delusional Cowboy fans. Some Cowboy fans be tripping, man. They be tripping. I'm not. Thank God, bro. That because your fan base, bro. They give y'all a bad name, man. I ain't even gonna lie. They give y'all a bad name. You already knew. You already knew. Oh, thanks for the follow, Steve. That's what kind of timing I'm on. He already knew. That's my dog. Fantasy Finest is my guy. If y'all aren't following him, you should. He's good. Can you rate my team, please? Yeah, I got you. Throw it in the chat. Rate my team. Lamar, James Cook, Tony Pollard, London, Devontae, Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers. I do not like how reliant you are on the Ravens, but where did you draft? Lamar. So you got Lamar in the second. Okay, so you got London in the first. Did you come back and get no? Did you come back and get did you James Cook? Did you go London, Lamar, Devontae? No, London, Lamar, Devontae, James Cook. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't love this. I think it's okay. I think it's fine. If I had to grade it, I'd say a B- to C+. You got a top 2 quarterback, but your running backs are mid. Your receivers are solid. I don't like Zay Flowers. I think Zay Flowers is a bust. For ADP, a bust for ADP. Drake London, I like. Devontae Adams, I think he's question mark with the Matthew Stafford situation. Whoa. I got a bunch of stuff moving. Fantasy's Finest, if you contacted me in the last 45 seconds, I haven't seen anything because it just flew past. Thanks for the follow. I did want to, somebody was saying that they wanted me to rank their stuff. They were wearing a hat. All right. Big P, okay, phrasing. Thanks for the follow. 14-man league at the 108. Okay, 14-team league. I'm in a 14-team dynasty, so I'm very familiar with 14 teams. My dog, I'm not seeing the team. Where we at? Me, I see you. Where's the team? Where's the team? I put mine already. Okay. All right. Here's the thing. If you're gonna give me your team, oh, here we go. Thank God. Give it to me every time. Just copy it and just keep pasting it, because that's how I'm gonna see it. I got like 100 people commenting. I got Caleb Williams, J-Mo, CD, Bowers, James Conner. $14-teamer. I think that's fine. And the reason I say it's fine is you got the best tight end, top 3 wide receiver, and J-Mo's got crazy upside. Thanks for the follow, not 31. And I like James Conner. I think he's solid. So I think that's fine. I'd like to see the rest of your roster before I gave like more of an opinion, honestly. Tyler Warren or Ingram? I have Ingram above him, but I'm not gonna lie, I really like Tyler Warren. I really like Tyler Warren. Aiden, yo, what's up, Aiden? What's up, man? Welcome back. Oh, what's up, Aiden? How's it going, my boy? Rate the team. Hurts, Jacobs, K9, Jettas, London, TJ Hawkinson, James Conner. Hurts, Jacobs, K9. All right, so top 4 quarterback. Jacobs and K9, I like that. Oh, Jettas, London. That's good. Let's go with a and you got James Conner? That's got to be like an A-. That's good. I like that team a lot. Yeah, you're gonna be fine. Can you explain why Cup's so low? You know what's funny about what you just said? I first off, I agree with you. But you know what's so funny about that? Everybody keeps having Cooper Kupp super low. Everybody has Cooper Kupp super low. And I'm like, I don't understand. What I do understand is he's not as good against man as he used to be. Like the last 2 or 3 years, he's been getting cooked. I think he's like a D in my metrics. But he's still really good at zone. I'm curious if JSN is going to start getting the number 1 corners, and if that's the case, I think that he could end up getting being better. What is this metric? Oh, hey sweetheart, what are you doing here? What's this? Creator camp. What's it? Live meter? Fantasy's Finest. What is a live meter? What's happening? I got a live meter over here, and it's like rankings. You're 3rd with 11. I don't know what that means. If anybody knows what that means, let me know. Rate my team. Pat Mahomes, Mike Evans, Lad McConkey, Saquon, Josh Jacobs, Terry McLaurin, Tim Mann. Okay. Patrick Mahomes is overrated for fantasy football. I think he's okay. He could have a great season. He could have an okay season. Mike Evans and Lad, I think that's fine. Saquon, Josh Jacobs, that's the strong point of your team, clearly. I'll go with a B. I'm not overly excited about anything except for your running back room. Maybe a B plus because I do think that I think you're very stable. It's ranking your viewers. That's weird. I don't know why it's ranking them, but I like that it's ranking them. Invites you to co-host. I'm getting invited to co-host. I'm good. I don't really want to do that right now. Honestly, I want my first co-hosting to be with somebody I know and not random strangers to talk to me about random things. Stop it. Okay, it's ranking your viewers. Fantasy's Finest, you are tied for 2nd, so that's sick. I don't know what you did to do it, but awesome. My son asked if you can rank his team. Yeah, I got you, for sure. All right, 12-team PPR. You got Burrow, Gibbs, Caleb Johnson, Ridley, Pickens, Laporta, and Travis Hunter. Okay, so your running back. So let's start with your quarterback. You got a top 5 quarterback. I got him in the top 2 tiers, so I like him. Tight end, I think Sam Laporta has upside, but he's going to really need to get touchdowns if you want him to produce. Sam Laporta was best when he was getting a bunch of touchdowns, so I'm thinking he's going to need to get at least 7 to produce on that. Travis Hunter, I think that you're buying into what I was talking about earlier, which is when you invest a lot in a team, when you invest a lot in a player, you want that player to perform, not just because you drafted them, but also you want to look good in front of your manager. So I do think that he does have some upside. I do think you're going to need some running back help because I do like Caleb Johnson, but I think that it's going to be like a tale of two halves with him. So like, um, so for example, I think that Jaylen Warren is going to be the lead running back in the first half of the year, mainly because Aaron Rodgers is going to trust him more. He's going to probably get his blocking assignments a little better and know what's happening. But I think as the year goes on, Caleb Johnson will get that role because he's the more talented of the two. Plus, Mike Tomlin has talked very highly of him. And by the half of the year, he should be able to figure out that offense a little better and stop making Aaron Rodgers so mad and pout all over the place. So I would recommend, if I'm giving any recommendations, I would recommend making sure your running back backups are secured, and I think that you should be fine. I really like Calvin Ridley. I think that he's of value, and I think Pickens, though he's not crazy high on my list, I do think that he has the best year of his career in the Dallas Cowboys. All right, rate my team: Burrow, Henry, Neighbors, Kittle, JSN, Connor, DJ Moore, Pearsall, Swift, JCM. I will remember his name eventually, and Downs. I like your receivers. Okay, your receivers, I give you a B, A minus. Running backs, I give you a B. Let's go with a B plus. I like that team. That's a good team. And to be clear, guys, I'm a pretty hard grader. He heard you. He says thank you. No problem. If you ever need fantasy football, thanks for the follow. I know your dad can give you fantasy football advice. Obviously, he's very good at fantasy football. I can attest to that. But if y'all ever want to go back and forth and chop it up, talk about waiver wires or what's going on with your bench or whatever, just hit me up. I'm here. I'm down to chat about it. All right, rate your team. Also, Hybrid, you're doing it right, man. I like that. If you want your stuff read, just keep pasting it in. I'll see it. Not like, did you see it? Did you see it? The did you see it people, y'all ain't getting it read. This guy right here, this is how you do it right here. Pasting it 3 times in a row. I can't miss it. All right, rate my 10-team PPR league. Fields, Irving, Walker, Chase, AJ Brown, Warren, Worthy. All right, so your Chase, AJ Brown, that gives you and Worthy, that gives you an A. I give you an A in receiving for sure. Running backs, I give you, it'd be Irving. Let's go with a B. I'm not overly confident in Warren, and I have Irving as like a running back like 9, 10-ish. And then Fields, I think I have Fields as a 10 as well. So you're wide receiver heavy. I'm going to go, your wide receivers are great, and it's keeping up this, your ranking. I'm going to go B plus because though it's a 10-team league, your wide receivers are great, but the rest of the squad is solid, not elite. So that's where I go with that. He's not going to listen to me. He thinks he knows more than me as it is. I ain't even going to lie, man. That's how that goes. That's not, if it makes you feel any better, that's not a you thing. That's just how young people are with like their parents. My brother doesn't listen to me. I love him, but he does not. He don't listen to me. Please rate the trade. I'm giving Jayden Daniels, Amon-Ra, and Debo for Mike Evans, T, Caleb, and Waddle. No. Why would you do that? Here's my thought process on that. Jayden Daniels is better than Caleb by a large margin. And I'm assuming this isn't Dynasty. I'm assuming this is redraft. Amon-Ra is substantially better than Mike Evans, which my dog, Mike Evans, and T. Higgins. And Debo and Waddle. So I guess you're upgrading Debo to Waddle. But I wouldn't do that. I just think I think the only way that this works is if you are desperate for a receiver and you have another quarterback somewhere. Because you're giving up a top 4 quarterback and a top 5 wide receiver. If at any point, so here's the thing. Let me put y'all on game. This is kind of how I look at the trades in general. And I'll go back and I'll look at your stuff in a second. But this is important for y'all to know. When you're making trades, unless you are in the position to where your team is devastated and you need multiple bodies, I want to be the one in the 2-for-1. I want to give you 2 players to upgrade my player. That's how I like to do trades. I don't do trades where if I can look at a trade and I get the worst player of that trade, like if for example that one, the best 2 players in that trade were clearly Jayden Daniels and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Clearly, those were the 2 best. And you were giving up both of them and getting back pieces. I don't want to get back pieces. Unless you're devastated, and we just started. The year hasn't even happened yet. So unless you're devastated, I'm not trying to get the 2 in the 2-for-1. I want the 1. I want to leave with the best player. I will give you 2 good players, and I need your better player. That's how I roll. And sorry if I missed your stuff, Liam. I'm checking it now. What have you seen to have MHJ tier 5? I'd have him behind all the guys in tier 6. You'd have him behind Terry McLaurin, who's going to get touchdown regression. Cortland Sutton, who's solid. I like Ted McMillan, so I can respect that. DJ Moore, I don't believe in. I think he's a good talent. He's just not. He's got too many mouths to feed on that offense. Devonta Smith is a wide receiver 2 in an offense that doesn't want to throw the ball. Thanks for the follow, Pete. And J-Mo is going to be inconsistent. I think that Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to take a step forward. He had the same. By the way, you know his dad's a Hall of Famer, and he had the same line as him his rookie year. They both had like 800 yards. It's not his fault. Y'all overdraft. Thanks for the follow, Jake. It's not his. Hold on. It's not Marvin Harrison Jr.'s fault. Y'all overdrafted him last year. It's not his fault. He's a rookie. He had 800 yards. They used him awfully. They didn't do a good job using him, and he underperformed. But from a rookie standpoint, he was okay. What do you have, like 7-8 touchdowns, 800 and something yards? That's what his dad had his rookie year. I'm not burying the kid because y'all wanted to draft him in the first round. It ain't his fault that y'all drafted him too high and y'all are mad about it. I didn't draft him last year, so I'm not mad about it. I don't really care. Also, I have him at what? He was getting drafted at what? Wide receiver 6 to 10 last year? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I have him as wide receiver 15. I think that's reasonable for a wide receiver 2 on a... I think that's reasonable for a wide receiver 1 on an offense that I think is going to get better. That's my argument for that. Now rate 10-man PPR. Jayden Daniels, Gibbs, Ryan, Nico, JSN, Loveland. Love your quarterbacks are good. Your running backs are really good. Wide receivers are really good. Yeah, this is an A. Yeah. Hi. That's a good one. I give you an A on that one. Also, I just went on a rant. What do y'all think about what I just said? Thoughts on I kind of want some of this to be a little more back and forth. What are your thoughts on Marvin Harrison Jr.? Give me some opinions down in the chat. Yo, I'm back. Had to go do something. That's good. MHJ take is good. Thank you. Hi. Hi Breek. Thank you. I appreciate it. He deserves a better chance. I completely agree, man. They used him. They didn't use him well. Like they're just the routes they were giving him. I was like, what are you doing? Just traded Sutton, Evans, Jiggins, and Jay Higgins for Warren, Amon-Ra, Ricky. Good or bad? What? Jay Higgins. Hold on. That you can't mean Jayden Higgins, do you? I think you mean T. Is T near a J? T's nowhere near a J. You mean T Higgins? Oh, hybrid. Ha, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for doing. I was gonna mess that up a bunch. J. No J. Wait, yeah, no J. What? The Texans guy? Yeah, you do mean him. Judkins, Higgins for is this dynasty? It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm taking Amon-Ra side. Yeah, absolutely. My bad. Took me a minute to get there. Rome or DJ? Can I say neither? I'm not really drafting them. What's the ADP? Whoever's cheaper. Bro knows no ball on holy. I'm sorry, I don't know all your acronyms, guys. I don't know how old you think I am, but I am older than you think I am, and I am washed, man. Y'all use a bunch of acronyms. I don't know what the hell y'all be talking about. Oh, you're a Chi-Town guy? Okay, well, Chi-Town on a budget. Get whichever one's cheaper. I don't even, so you might be new here. When you tell me where you think a player needs to go, where does he need to go? Jauan Jennings in tier 9. That explains nothing. Do you think that's too high? Do you think that's too low? That you got, bro, like, say it with your chest. Why do I have him in tier 9? Do you think it needs to be higher or do you think it needs to be lower? I don't even know what you're arguing for. Are you mad that he's low? Do you think he needs to be lower? Where would you draft Rice? Honestly, I'm really not excited about drafting Rice. I don't know how many games he's going to be suspended, man. Like, if he was suspended for 4 games, I wouldn't mind getting him. I think he's going in like the 6th. I wouldn't mind that. But like, I think he's going to get. He could get like 8 games. We don't know. So like, I don't want to say he's off my board, but let me see where he's going in all the platforms. So I'll tell you if I would draft him in general. Where are we at? Sutton is tier 5. Thank you for saying it with your chest, FTC. I appreciate you. Some people can say it with their chest. Sutton, tier 5. I can see that. He was close for me to think about it, by the way. I'm still looking up the ADP for Rashee Rice. Oh, and to answer that question from before, I have Jauan Jennings in tier 9 because he's not practicing and he's not on the field. I think that if he was playing, I would have him higher. But I'm kind of hedging. Thanks for the follow. I'm kind of hedging right now because I don't actually know if he's going to play. Is he injured? Is he just holding out because he wants a new contract? I don't know those answers. So I moved Ricky Pearsall up and I moved Jennings down just to answer that question from like 2 minutes ago when so-and-so wouldn't say it with their chest. Oh, I'm still looking for Rashee Rice. I'm just going to type it in. I don't really care anymore. I just want to get it done. Where are you? Rice. Boom. All right, Rashee Rice is going. He's going in the 4th in Sleeper. I wouldn't draft him there. The 6th in ESPN, 6th in Yahoo, 5 in Underdog. I just don't think I'm going to have him, honestly. Matthew Golden. I'm not a big fan of Matthew Golden, mainly because I think there's too many mouths to feed. Okay. All right. Why do you have JJ McCarthy so low? Honestly, I don't know a lot about how do I say this? He's basically a rookie, and I do not rank rookies very high that are quarterbacks. The quarterback position is really tough. I do like the coach, and I think the coach does a really good job, but I just don't tend to rank rookie quarterbacks very high. It's just it's a complicated position for them. Do you have a running back version? Yeah, just dropped it up. Pop Douglas. I'm not a big fan of Pop Douglas. I'm more of a Kyle Williams kind of guy. Okay. Thank you. I'm drafting him sleeper pick for me. Yeah, no, I like Kyle Williams. He's a good sleeper. Do you link your tier list, please? I actually don't have it saved anywhere. It's just on the website. I do. Oh, you can actually check out my YouTube page. I shouldn't say that. Sorry. You can check out my TikTok. I just dropped a TikTok with all the rankings, and then my other place that I post stuff. It has a video with that, but I have everything on this platform that you should need. I just dropped it, literally just dropped it. What about Najee? I'm not a big Najee guy. Honestly, I'm concerned about. I'm very concerned about Najee and his eye. Guys, do you take Malik or Amon-Ra at 7? I take Amon-Ra over Malik. What tier would you put him? Who? What tier would I put who? Whom? Najee. I have him in tier 10. He's there. He's right here. I just don't like him. MHJ over Rice. The trade was Jaden and Amon-Ra was in triple flex. Does that make it better or no? I have Baker. I mean, a stack doesn't. Thanks for the follow. A stack doesn't really make a difference for me in that one. You're clearly giving away the best players. Do you? I assume since you're making that trade, that you need multiple bodies, and that's kind of how you're getting it. Other than that, I can't see a real reasonable reason to do it, because you're giving up Amon-Ra and Jayden Daniels in a dynasty league. I assume it's dynasty. Is it dynasty or no? Even if it wasn't, it doesn't really matter. I don't really care that much about a stack. I want a stack, but I mean, not to the detriment of my team. No bueno. I agree, Matt. No bueno. Thoughts on Aaron Jones this year? I think that he's going to be in a split backfield. ETN or Jordan Mason? Wow, I have ETN above Jordan Mason. I need to change that. That Jacksonville Jaguars is going to be the hot hand situation. Depends on ADP. I'm pretty sure you can get Jordan Mason later, so I'd rather draft him later. What's your thought on Joe Mixon? I'm actually nervous. I'm genuinely concerned. We're getting like Joe Mixon was like up here, and now he's down here. And honestly, I'm just concerned. Like we're not hearing a lot of news. Like I feel like there's more to the story that we just don't know about Joe Mixon. We don't know enough information, and why is he not practicing? What's going on? What's the timeline? How did it happen? I got Joe Mixon pick 8th. I'm assuming you mean 8th round. I think that's 80th. 80th. 80th is what? Give me 1 second. What's the math on that? If you're in a 10-team league, that's the 8th round. But in a 12-team league, that's what? The 7th round? Back of the 7th? JT has to be tier 2 at least. At least is wild. At least is wild. He's still in a terrible offense with a terrible quarterback. Trade JSN for Henry. Thanks for the follow, SSSSS. Yeah, I would trade JSN for Henry. Yes. Thanks for the follow, Pedro. I feel like, hey, just a heads up, guys. I'm gonna be getting off of here soon, but I am gonna try to get back on in the coming days. I don't have a schedule yet, but you'll see me when I get on. I'm working on getting a schedule, figuring it out. Bro, Drake May, quarterback 1 in round 10. I'm fine with that. I have no issue with that. I actually like that. Because you could build your whole roster and then get a quarterback in round 10. And that's why I don't draft quarterbacks high. That is the exact reason. Because Drake is going to be... Drake's going to be solid. He's going to be top 10. Chris Simmons. Hope. Who do you recommend at 103? Thanks for the follow, Cole. You get CD there. Saquon, whoever's left. Put Henderson up with Hampton. Oh, I thought for a second you weren't saying it with your chest, but you did say it with your chest. I appreciate that. I'm not going to lie. I wanted to. I'm going to be honest with you. I did want to. I didn't because I don't just pick these, by the way. I stat all these players out. All of these players have stats that put them here. And I just couldn't get the stats that high. I couldn't do it. Rate it now. There is nothing to rate. If you're gonna like send me your what to rate, you should like copy and paste it like a bunch of times. And it doesn't have to be a bunch of times, but like sending something like rate it now, first off, I don't like being ordered around. Second, it's really not conducive because I'm not gonna go back and find it. I've been doing it for 30 minutes. That is unfortunate, actually. I do actually apologize for that. If you've actually been doing that for 30 minutes, that they might not go through. I haven't seen it. So if I have been missing it, I'm sorry. Liam, I see you. I'll do it in a second. So just a heads up, secret, I wasn't actively ignoring you, dude. I promise I wasn't. I didn't see it. I've been yapping. I'm a yapper. That's my bad. All right, 16-man guillotine. I wish I remembered what that was. I think it's one person gets eliminated a week. Pick at 15, May, Achane, Neighbors, Njoku, Love, Superflex, rate. Not a lot of players to rate, but you're risking it with Achane, man. Assuming Achane's healthy, I'll assume he's healthy. Then Achane's a top 12 running back. Neighbors, top 10. Both of these guys are injured or banged up, but assuming they're all healthy, I give you a B minus. It is 16 teams though. That's a lot. I'll change that to a B. And 16 teams is tough. Yeah, I know you good. Yeah, I really wasn't like trying to ignore. I promise I wasn't. I'm not that malicious. Like I am petty. I'm very petty, but I'm not that malicious. Y'all will learn that I am petty, but I try not to be. Oh, I found it! Ha! Patrick Mahomes, Chuba, Genty, Tyreek, BTJ, Njoku, Rashee Rice. Damn, you got a lot of wide receivers. Wide receivers are really good. Assuming Rice only gets 4 games, because if he gets more, then this is worse. You got a stack, which I like. I don't really love Mahomes in general, but you do have a stack. Is it 12 man? Pretty good for 12 man, honestly. Your receivers are good, other than Rice. Running backs are solid. I like Genty a lot. I'm kind of whatever about Chuba, to be honest with you. Considering it's a 12-team league, I give this a B+. A lot's going to come down to whether or not Rashee Rice is going to play. Call it 13 games. If he gets suspended for more than 4 games, it's going to be tough. But I like your tight end. Your receiving core is underrated. I like BTJ and Tyreek, and Rashee Rice is up in the air. But I like Genty. I'm not in love with Chuba, but Chuba's solid. He's good. And Patrick Mahomes, I have him in tier 3 by himself for a reason. He could be the best quarterback in the league, or he could be 12. Like, I personally think he's going to have a good year, but it's really all feelings. His track record is not showing that. Jayden Daniels, Daniels, Barkley, Genty, love those running backs. Adams, Evans, Laporta, Derrick Henry. Love your running backs. Broncos defense, Cam Eckler, 10-man thoughts. This is good. Your receivers are a little old, but I think you could find. I would rather have to find receivers than to find running backs. I like this. I give this a A. Call it an A minus because I love your running backs, love your quarterback. I'm not big on Laporta. I think he's a little touchdown dependent, especially with Jameson Williams being more involved this year. Plus, they have Isaac Tesla. So I think he's going to need to get you 8 to 9 touchdowns to like return on like top 5 value. Evans and Adams, I like. I like them more than most people do. I think Evans gets you 10 touchdowns and 1,000 yards, which is really good. Devontae Adams, I think his stuff is really going to come down to Matthew Stafford and whether or not he can, Matthew Stafford can stay healthy. Are my wide receivers good? Amon-Ra, JSN, Devontae Adams, Ted Earl, McMillan, and all except for Brandon Ayuk. I'm not drafting Brandon Ayuk anywhere. I don't care. I don't like him. Not as a human being. I don't care about him as a human being. I don't like. I think at best he's back in like week 6 at best, and like even then I think he's gonna ramp up. That injury was bad and late. Where's Gibbs? I got him at running back 4. Wow, I still had 100 people in here. My goodness. Oh, 99. 96. Oh, okay. Cool. Ibuka and Krosky for Devontae Adams. Yeah. Yes. I would do that. As a Bucks fan, I wouldn't do that because I'm not giving up Ibuka for anything. But as a neutral party, yes. Y'all should. Yo. Oh God, that moved. Yo, dang it. Yo, who should I start? I'm not doing starts yet. I haven't. I have not. I have not even peaked at week 1. The only people I know are playing in week 1 are the Eagles versus the Cowboys, and that's because the Cowboys. I remember hearing about it when they were talking about Micah Parsons not being there. All right. Thank you, RJ, for being persistent. I appreciate you. 8-man. Joe. 8-man. That's not very many people. Joe Burrow. This better be off the chain. Joe Burrow, H-N, K9, Jamar Chase, Nico, DK. Okay. All right. I was getting a little nervous at the beginning. Ooh, you got that Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow stack. Let's get it. Oh, I like that. That one does warm my heart a little bit. Not gonna lie, that one warm my heart a little bit. I don't really love your running backs. I really like your tight end. You have a great tight end, great wide receiver, quarterback duo. Really like your kicker, best defense in the league. The only real thing that's holding you back is running back. That's clearly your weakest link. But it's not terrible. Now keep in mind, this is a 8-man league. That's really small league. So everybody's team is going to be stacked. If this was a bigger league, I would rate it a little higher. But obviously, you got a bunch of different. You got very few teams. So I'm going to give it an A. Because I think you did a really good job of covering all of your bases. Except for the running back, which I think it's a personal thing. I personally am not a big H-N guy, and I'm personally not a big K9 guy. But love the quarterback and receiver. Love the tight end. Love the kicker. Love the defense. Love Nico. I think it's good that you have DK there. It's really just the running backs, and you're going to be able to find them on a 10-team league or an 8-team league. Yo, who are some flex players to target with May and or Rice? Who are some flex players to target? What does that mean? Who are some flex players to target with? The question is, why is May and or Rice? Why are they involved in the question? I need flex bad. Okay, I get that. Trying to get rid of. Oh, you're trying to trade them. Got it. Okay. Honestly, in my personal experience, trading a quarterback is really hard. It's really tough to trade quarterbacks. Oh, fantasy football help. That's cool. It's really tough to trade quarterbacks in like a regular redraft. I'm pretty sure you said it was 10-team. I think you were saying it was a 10-team league. I'm probably not trading for Drake May in a 10-teamer because you'll drop him eventually. Rashee Rice, you trade him before the news comes out because there's a world where the news comes out where that he's suspended for 8 games and then he's untradeable. I think the best time to trade him would probably be after he like balls out in week 1 in Brazil and send him away. But honestly, you got 2 players that have real questionable value that you're trying to get rid of. So it's going to be kind of tough. I don't believe in drafting 2 quarterbacks with the expectation to trade them, especially in a 10-team league. Because there's so many running quarterbacks. Like, you're going to drop them eventually. Why would I trade you for him? Baker at round 6. Baker at round 6. Let me check. Thanks for the follow. Yeah, that's Baker's average draft position. I think that's a little early, though. Let me see. I would prefer not. No, I'm gonna definitively say no. I don't want to do that. How many people? I don't know what's happening. Fantasy football help. I just don't know what's happening. It's a 10. Oh, y'all are setting up league stuff. Okay. Can you rate my squad? May, Bucky, Walker, Lamb, McCourty, Kraft, Henderson, Flex. Hmm. Did I only read one wide receiver? Do you only have CeeDee Lamb as a wide receiver? Bucky, Walker, Henderson. Your running backs are solid. Honestly, it's unless this is like a really big league, I'm not overly impressed anywhere. Like Drake May, I like, but he's more of a sleeper, so I'm not like rating you high for that. Getting him is what is supposed to propel the rest of the team. Bucky, I like. He's good. Walker, y'all know my feelings about Walker at this point. Lamb, obviously elite. McElroy is really more eye candy than I think people are giving him. And I love Henderson. This is a C. Mainly because I don't feel like you excel really anywhere. Mainly because you only told me one wide receiver. Like, unless I could be missing. McCourty could be a wide receiver, but I was tracking him as a running back. Rage bait? Nah. I genuinely don't care enough to rage bait anybody. I have Nico, Smitty, Pickens, and DJ Moore for Dynasty. Am I set for years? That's actually funny because I have Nico and Smitty in my Dynasty. Nico's what, 26? Smitty's about 25, 24. Smitty's probably 24. Pickens is probably about 24, 25. DJ Moore is the oldest. I think he's like 28. Is he 27, 28, something like that? Nico's not going anywhere. Smitty's not going anywhere. Pickens could be on the move. I think that you're fine. I wouldn't call it set. I'd say you're fine. Because Nico and Smitty, I think, are the two that are locked in. Pickens could be anywhere, and DJ Moore could be gone. Yo, thanks for the follow. Yo, I sent you a DM, bro. Can you check it after the live? Yeah, I can check it after the live. Speaking of after the live, I'm going to be getting off now. Any last-minute pertinent questions? Nico in the 8th. I like it. Oh, Lad McConkey. Oh, my God. Why was I reading that wrong? Okay, you have Lamb and Lad McConkey. Sorry. I don't know why I was reading that like that. I like it better. I'll give it a C+ now. Because I think Lad's overrated. So, yeah, Nico in the 8th. I said yes. Nico in the 8th. I like it. Picasso. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. This has been so much fun. I've been really enjoying it. Thank you so much for joining. I'll be back on in another day or two. Cole. I'm sorry, Cole. One last one, guys. I got you, Cole. My bad. You're not Jermaine Cole, are you? 10-man PPR pick number 5. Okay, Jayden Daniels, Gibbs, Henderson. I like your running backs. JSN, Rice, Bowers. Your receivers are okay. You made up for it with Devonta Smith. Good job. Diggs and Pacheco. I like that. I think that's a solid team. In a 10-man, you get a slight knock because it's a little easier to build it. But I like it, though. Quarterback, good. Thanks for the follow, Andrew. Quarterback, good. Running backs, very solid. Wide receivers, decent. Your wide receivers are more like a B. I give this, but you got Bowers, too. Yeah, okay. No. This is looking better. I'll give this an A-. I like it. Because your quarterback is top 5. Your tight end is number 1, so that already gives you a good floor. I like your 2 running backs. Oh, you got Pacheco too. Yeah, no. I'll give that an A. I think that's good. That's a good roster. You should feel fine about that. You got some diversity too. I'm happy you got Devonta Smith because I think Rice is going to be suspended, and that's going to suck. All right. Thank you so much for following me. Thank you for watching. I'm going to see if I could trade Rasheed for DK. That's probably a good choice. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I will be back on in the next couple days. Draft season's here. I might need to do something to rate your team. Oh, yeah, I'll do more of this rate your team. It seems like people really like that. I'll probably write some formulas and make it a little more official, but I'll do that later. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Fantasy Bay out. Peace. Thanks for the follow. You can still follow if you want to hear what I'm on and know what I'm on, so I can rate your team. I really enjoy rating these teams. Make sure you follow. Thanks for the follow, Tristan. You got to make sure you follow, cause you'll just see when I go live. You can pop up, get some advice, get some ratings. Don't forget about these cool animations I got. Like, let's get it, guys. You know, I'm out here working. But I'll talk to y'all soon. K9 for Hampton straight up. Yes. K9 for Hampton straight up. Yes. Thanks for the follow. I'll talk to you later. Just because I'm getting off don't mean you can't follow. I'll see you later. Peace. End stream.